July 2024. No, I'm sorry, July 24th, 2025. It's good to see all of you. Thank you for your advocacy. We are going to get started with our proclamation portion of the meeting. I'm going to turn the mic over to my colleague, Commissioner Damian Pardo, to begin. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone. The first thing we wanted to do was acknowledge the Miami Women's Club. It's their 125th birthday. So to all of those supporting the Miami Women's Club, it's amazing. Keep up the great work. We have a very special proclamation, and we're giving a key of the city to Jesus Permuy. Jesus was born in Havana in 1935 and is a revered Cuban-American architect, urban planner, human rights advocate, art collector, radio host, community leader, whose steadfast service, moral integrity, and selfless dedication have earned him respect across political, cultural, and international spheres. While in Cuba, Mr. Permuy was a leading figure in the resistance to the Castro regime, serving as civic and national coordinator of the Movimiento de Recuperación Revolucionaria, where he played a pivotal role in the lead-up to the Bay of Pigs invasion. After arriving in the U.S., Mr. Permuy co-founded the historic Permuy Gallery, one of the first Cuban art galleries in the United States and a vital institution for sustaining Cuban culture and identity in exile. He founded the Human Rights Center of Miami, working with the United Nations, the U.S. State Department, and international partners to secure the release of hundreds of political prisoners and spotlighted Cuba's human rights abuses. Among his most celebrated local contributions was the creation of Jose Marti Park. He was also the chair of the Little Havana Task Force, served on the Alapata Advisory Board, and on the Urban Development Review Board until 2018. In 2019, a segment of Brickell Avenue, US 1, was co-designated as Jesus A. Permuy Street. In his efforts to bring attention to Cuba's human rights violations, Mr. Permuy also personally met with Pope John Paul II on several occasions during the 80s and 90s to brief His Holiness on the state of religious and civil repression in Cuba. During the 1994 Rafter crisis, as tens of thousands of Cuban refugees sought asylum, Mr. Permuy was the first to brief U.S. Ambassador to the United Nations, Geraldine Ferraro, on the humanitarian emergency unfolding in Guantanamo Bay. Mr. Permuy worked in Panama, representing the Human Rights Center of Miami, mediating the escalating unrest among Cuban refugees, ultimately helping to resolve a hunger strike as part of Operation Safe Haven and Safe Passage. His advocacy extended beyond Cuba, championing human rights in Haiti, Lithuania, the Philippines, Nicaragua, Honduras, and Africa, Senegal, Western Sahara, the Ivory Coast, and Sierra Leone. He approaches his 90th birthday. Jesus A. Permuy, Mr. Permuy, has woven together political courage, public service, urban planning, and the arts, leaving a transformative legacy in Miami and beyond, serving as a shining example of leadership rooted in justice, culture, and human dignity. It's our pleasure to call up Jesus Permuy and his family and to just say a few words for us. We're going to actually organize you on both sides so that we have a photo op at the end. Please come through.
After this great presentation, can I say something else?
Please do.
No, I'm deeply honored. I'm very grateful to you, Commissioner. And let me say in Spanish, I knew him for a long time, Damian Pardo, so, and the rest of the commission, and the mayor. We're glad to see you, and your father and your family and everything. Okay, really, I will not go through all this again, but I would like to add one particular point. When we were struggling with the denunciation of human rights violations in Cuba, Latin America, and some other places, the city of Miami gave us an office at the Manuel Artime Center. So it was an honor for me and the rest of our group to be fighting from there. And really, but the most important thing I would like to say is that the opportunity to raise our family here. So thank you very much.
I just want to join my colleagues. Pedro Pablo is like family to me, and sort of sweeten the pot by giving him the key to the city as well.
Somebody was asking me if I will have some opportunity to open something with money, gold of a city or anything. To me, is the key for the heart.
Yes, absolutely, 100. I did. Yeah, it was okay. So it's my distinct honor and privilege on behalf of the chair and the honorable members of the commission to proclaim today on behalf of a young lady who wrote a very beautiful essay, If I Were Elected Mayor. And so I know that in my lifetime, we are going to see a woman mayor of Miami. Why don't we give it up for that? We will see that. And this is coming from a guy, Andre, you're clapping it up back there. You really are pumped up about that. This is coming from a guy who has 3 sisters, no brothers, a daughter, a mother, and a wife. So surrounded by powerful women. And so, Gusman, we just want to recognize your efforts in beginning the process of politicking at 7th grade, which is pretty remarkable. We wish you the best of luck. I think you're way ahead of the game. I read your essay last night and thought it was fantastic. And of course, happy to sit down with you and unpack some of the stuff. She talks about affordable housing. She talks about healthcare reform and making sure that those who are in most need have access to housing and healthcare, which of course are 2 of the most critical needs for people that are in vulnerable communities. And she talks also about the home rule powers of the city and how she can use that to effectuate those ends and those goals. So we're very grateful. And would you like to say a few words? You want to start your public speaking career here? Why don't we, yeah, go for it.
Hi, my name is Jasmine Perez. I'm currently in South Miami K-8. The reason why I chose the topics in my essay is because they are things that our community is in need right now. I have been exposed to healthcare since I was a child, and I have witnessed the need in additional resources in the healthcare for our community. I also know how inflation has caused the rent to increase in our community, making it difficult to afford. I wanted to share topics that I personally am familiar with. Thank you for giving me this opportunity, and I hope I have made my school proud.
Well, good morning. Mayor, Miami City Commission, City Attorney, City Manager, thank you for allowing me this time on your agenda today. My name is Peggy Brown. I'm the mayor of the City of Weston and Broward County and the president-elect for the Florida League of Mayors. On behalf of the 411 mayors who make up our organization, I am honored to be here to recognize an exceptional young leader from your community, Gusman Perez, a 7th grade student at South Miami K-8 Center. Gusman is the first place winner of the statewide If I Were Elected Mayor essay contest, an initiative presented annually by the Florida League of Mayors and in partnership with the Florida League of Cities. The purpose of the contest is to encourage Florida's youth to envision themselves as mayors and share their ideas for improving their city, their town, or their village. This year, we received more than 1,900 essays from around the state. From that number, Gusman's essay stood out for its creativity, its thoughtfulness, and clear commitment to her community. As the first place winner, Gusman will receive $1,000 in gift cards and a joint resolution from both the Florida League of Cities and the Florida League of Mayors signed by current President Michael Blake and current President of the League of Mayors, Nancy Miller. She will also be highlighted in a statewide news release featured in Quality Cities online magazine and recognized on the League of Mayors, the state of Florida website and social media platforms. Gusman, we are so proud of you. Your essay shows us that the future of Florida's cities is bright. Thank you again to the Miami City Commission for your warm and welcome and for your continued support of civic education and youth engagement.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Thank you, Commission. Just Jeff Branch. I'm the Executive Director of the Florida League of Mayors. Thank you so much for helping to raise someone from your community, and we look forward to many more essays from you, Gusman.
At this time, we are going to open our meeting in prayer. We are honored to have today Deacon Charles Wade from Mount Olive to lead us in prayer. Lord knows we need it.
Good morning. It's indeed an honor to be here this morning. Let us hasten to the throne of grace. Most Heavenly Father, as we come to you this morning, we just want to say thank you. Lord, we thank you for life, health, and strength. But most of all, Lord, we thank you for this gathering this morning. Lord, as we proceed to go through this meeting this morning, Lord, we ask that you bless each and every individual, from the youngest to the oldest, from the weakest to the strongest. Oh, Lord, that you touch each and every commissioner right now, Father, that you bless their families, bless their homes, that everyone may be on one accord. Lord, we ask right now, Father, that you just surround them with your care. Lead, guide, and direct them right now, Father. They need you right now. Have mercy upon each and every one. And Lord, I ask that you just continue to bless the chairperson right now, Lord. Continue to bless her from the crown of her head to the sole of her feet. Oh, Lord, on every leaning side that you will pick her up when she falls down. Have mercy right now. And Lord, as we go through this meeting, Lord, we ask that each and every one of us be on one accord right now, that we may agree to disagree. And then, Lord, when the time shall come where they can't even gather here anymore in these type of meetings, when the Bible is closed from Genesis to Revelation, Lord, we ask that you just continue to bless each and every one of them. Lord, crown their heads with wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Lord, each and every person in here right now needs you, Lord. Prop them up on every leaning side. And then, Lord, We'll be so ever grateful. We'll be so ever careful to continually call you Lord of Lords, King of Kings, because we ask this blessing in your Son, Jesus' name. Amen, amen, amen.
Thank you. And now for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Amen. Mr. City Manager? Oh, I'm sorry. Mr. City Attorney, would you please read your statement for the record?
Thank you, Madam Chair. George Weishong, City Attorney, City of Miami. Detailed information about the processes, order of business, rules of procedure, and scheduling or rescheduling of City Commission meetings can be found in Chapter 2, Article 2 of the City Code, a copy of which is available online at www.municode.com. Any person who's a lobbyist pursuant to Chapter 2, Article 6 of the City Code must register with the City Clerk and comply with related city requirements for lobbyists before appearing before the City Commission. A person may not lobby a city official, board member, or staff member until registering. A copy of the code section about lobbyists is available in the City Clerk's office online at www.municode.com. Any person making a presentation, formal request, or petition to the City Commission concerning real property must make the disclosures required by the City Code in writing. A copy of the City Code section is available at the office of the City Clerk or online at www.municode.com. The City of Miami requests that anyone requesting action by the City Commission must disclose before the hearing any consideration provided or committed to anyone for agreement to support or withhold objection to the requested action pursuant to City Code Section 2-8. Any documents offered to the City Commission that have not been provided 7 days before the meeting as part of the agenda materials will be entered into the record at the City Commission's discretion. In accordance with Section 2-33F and G of the City Code, the agenda and the material for each item on the agenda is available during business hours at the City Clerk's office and online 24 hours a day at www.miamigov.com. The meeting of the Miami City Commission is a limited public forum. Any person may be heard by the City Commission through the chair for not more than 2 minutes on any proposition before the City Commission, unless modified by the chair. Public comment will begin at approximately 9 a.m. and remain open until public comment is closed by the chairperson. Any person making offensive remarks who has become unruly in the commission chambers will be barred from further attending City Commission meetings and may be subject to arrest. No clapping, applauding, heckling, or verbal outbursts in support or opposition to a speaker or his or her remarks shall be permitted. No signs or placards shall be allowed in the commission chamber. Persons exiting the commission chambers shall do so quietly. Members of the public wishing to address the body may do so by submitting written comments via the online comment form. Please visit www.miamigov.com/meeting instructions for detailed instructions on how to provide public comment during the online public comment form. The comments submitted through the comment form have been and will be distributed to the elected officials, their staff, and city administration throughout the day so that elected officials may consider the comments prior to taking any action. Additionally, the online comment form will remain open during the meeting to accept comments and distribute to the elected officials, their staff, and the city administration up until the chairperson closes public comment. Public comment may also be provided here live at City Hall, located at 3500 Pan American Drive, Miami, Florida, subject to any and all city rules as they may be amended. If the proposition is being continued or rescheduled, the opportunity to be heard may be at such later date before the City Commission takes action on such proposition. When addressing the City Commission, the member of the public must first state their name, their address, and what item will be spoken about. Any person with a disability requiring assistance, auxiliary aids, and services for this meeting may notify the City Clerk. The City has provided different public comment methods to indicate, among other things, the public support, opposition, or neutrality on the items and topics to be discussed at the City Commission meeting in compliance with Section 286.01144C Florida statutes. The public has been given an opportunity to provide public comments during the meeting and within reasonable proximity and time before the meeting. Please note, commissioners have generally been briefed by city staff and city attorney's office on items on the agenda today. Anyone wishing a verbatim record of an item considered at this meeting may request it at the Office of Communications or view it online at www.miamigov.com. Planning and zoning. Planning and zoning items shall proceed according to Section 7.1.4 of the Miami 21 Code, zoning ordinance. Parties for any PZ items, including any applicant, appellant, appellee, city staff, and any person recognized by the decision-making body as a qualified intervener, as well as the applicant's representatives and any experts testifying on behalf of the applicant, appellant, or appellee, may be physically present at City Hall to be sworn in by oath or affirmation by the city clerk. The members of the City Commission shall disclose any ex parte communications to remove the presumption of prejudice pursuant to Florida Statute 286.0115 and Section 7.1.4.5 of the Miami 21 zoning ordinance. The order of presentation of PZ items shall be as set forth in Miami 21 and in the City Code. Staff will briefly present each item to be heard. The applicant will present its application or request to the City Commission. If the applicant agrees with the staff recommendation, the City Commission may proceed to its deliberation and decision. The applicant may also waive the right to an evidentiary hearing on the record. For appeals, the appellant will present its appeal to the City Commission, followed by the appellee. Staff will be allowed to make any recommendations they may have. Please silence all cell phones and other noise-making devices. This meeting can be viewed live on Miami TV, the city's Facebook page, the city's Twitter page, the city's YouTube channel, and Comcast Channel 77. The broadcast has closed captioning. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you. Mr. City Clerk, would you please read your statement for the record?
Thank you, Chair. The procedures for individuals who will be providing testimony to be sworn in for planning and zoning items and any quasi-judicial items on today's City Commission agenda will be as follows. The members of City staff or any other individuals who are required to be sworn in who are currently present at City Hall will be sworn in by me, the City Clerk, immediately after I finish explaining these procedures. Those individuals who are appearing remotely may be sworn in now or at any time prior to the individual providing testimony for planning and zoning items and or quasi-judicial items. Commissioners, are you comfortable with all the notice provisions set forth in these uniform rules and procedures we have established for this meeting?
Yes.
Chair, may I administer the oath for the planning and zoning items?
Please.
Thank you, Chair. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. If you will be speaking on any of today's planning and zoning items, the PZ items, may I please have you stand and raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony that you're about to give at today's hearing is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? And your response is? Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. Mr. City Manager, are there any items on this agenda that staff intends to pull, withdraw, defer?
Good morning, Madam Chair, Commissioners, Mr. City Attorney, Mr. City Clerk. At this time, the administration would like to defer and withdraw the following items. There's only two. DI-7 to be deferred to September 11th. And PZ-4 to be indefinitely deferred. Those are the only two items. DI-7 to be deferred to September the 11th. And PZ-4 to be indefinitely deferred.
Gentlemen, Commissioner Pardo, are there any items on this agenda that you would like to withdraw or defer?
No.
Commissioner Cabela?
No, I'm good.
Commissioner Rosado?
No.
Mr. City Clerk?
And Chair, I just have a couple of statements to make. The sponsor for RE9 needs to be corrected to reflect Commissioner Pardo as the sponsor. Commissioner Pardo will be co-sponsoring RE20 and 21, and Commissioner Rosado will be co-sponsoring FR1. Thank you, Chair.
Mr. City Clerk, can you say that again slowly?
Yes. The sponsor for agenda item RE9 needs to be corrected to reflect Commissioner Pardo as the sponsor, and Commissioner Pardo will be co-sponsoring RE20 and RE21. Commissioner Rosado will be co-sponsoring FR1.
Gentlemen, may I have a motion and a second to set the agenda?
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
The agenda has been set, and at this time, I will open the floor for public comment. Anyone who wishes to speak on items that are before us on this agenda, please step forward 5 at a time so as to not create a fire hazard. 5 at a time. Good morning.
Well, I get to lead off. John Dolson, 4205 Lennox Drive, Coconut Grove. 3 items. PH 19. I'd like you to approve the deal and save the Olympia Theater. I want to tell you, I went to the public meetings. I walked in a skeptic. I listened to the arguments, and I walked out with a couple of clear thoughts. Number one, everyone wants the theater saved. The question is how. My fear is that well-meaning opponents who might be caught up in paralysis by analysis and are rightfully so, I think, distrustful of the city, may inadvertently kill the golden goose. The Gusman Foundation wants the deal. The city wants the deal. SLAM wants the deal. SLAM has a vested interest in money to make it work, and the city has made it clear it can't fund or manage this. They've failed in the past. Killing this will potentially leave us with Coconut Grove Playhouse 2 demolition by neglect. Nobody wants to see that. So, commissioners, you got a bird in hand. I don't want you to kill a good private and public partnership. PZ 6 and 7, I still believe that should be, the transit zone increased density should be deferred. That's a huge item, a lot of unanswered questions, and the public deserves a chance to know more. PZ 12 may sound like a small item, but it isn't. It's to stop an out-of-scale lot split on 2055 Poinciana in the Grove. Miami is already increasing density along the transit corridor. We don't need to increase density within our residential areas. The neighbors oppose this. The city has denied this lot split twice, and the NCD3 and Miami 21 codes are designed to protect our neighborhoods. So let's do that. Don't allow this lot split to go forward. These unwanted lot splits in residential areas, by the way, commissioners, are heading to each and every one of your districts. So preserve your neighborhoods. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning. Elvis Cruz, 631 Northeast 57th Street. PH 16. Watson Island was a gift from the state of Florida to the city of Miami in 1919 to be used in perpetuity as a public park. But item PH 16 would sell public land on Watson Island to private developers without competitive bidding so they can build 40-story high-rise condos. Some will say, but Elvis, the public voted for this. Those developers fooled the public by spending $500,000 on an ad campaign to save Watson Island Park, but they didn't mention high-rise condos. Please listen to this excellent quote from a voter. Overly ambitious developers use money and influence to sway politicians, city staff, neighborhood activists, and homeowners. Someone standing to make millions has a great deal of motivation to manipulate the outcome, the process, and pay off people in the way. Meanwhile, people's attention span are filled with work and life. By the time people in the community feel the effects, it's too late. They would rather believe it won't affect them, exactly the goals of those developers. Damian Pardo wrote those excellent words. Then he became a city commissioner. Please come back to the light. Yes, I know the city will get its 30 pieces of silver, but it's a horrible deal. Once that land is sold, it will be gone forever, and those 40-story condos will stand as monuments to the city of Miami's morally bankrupt mentality for future generations to see, an enormous stain on all of your legacies. This is your last chance to listen to your conscience, logic, and reason to protect our precious parkland. Commissioner Pardo should have never put it on the ballot. He said this is a fantastic transaction. Yes, it's fantastic for the developers. Please do the right thing and truly save Watson Island Park by voting no on PH 16. Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning. Debbie Jolson, 4205 Lennox Drive, Coconut Grove. PH 12, lot diminishment. As neighbors for the past 55 years, my family and I have passed 4055 Poinciana every single day. And now a developer wants to split this property into 3. Lot splitting is a city-wide issue. Residents do not support destroying neighborhoods, increasing density, diminishing tree canopy, and adding traffic to our already busy streets. Lot splitting destroys neighborhoods, and not just in Coconut Grove. Shenandoah, Silver Bluff, Little Havana, Miami, Allapattah, and the roads are just a few of the other neighborhoods that are at risk. It's coming to every neighborhood if it's not there already. Miami 21 and NCD3 were both created to protect neighborhoods. A lot split proposal on Avocado Avenue, just a few blocks from Poinciana, was denied by the City Planning Department, PZAB, the Miami City Commission, and lost a challenge in the 11th Circuit Court of Appeals. Ironically, Francisco Garcia, now serving as a compensated expert witness for the developers on Poinciana, was the planning and zoning director denying the avocado split based on this quote: 3 lots are entirely too many, and we stand by our record on that. Now, as a consultant, his 2025 position has completely flipped. Apparently, small is good, big is bad. Furthermore, the average lot size on the Poinciana property is even larger than that in the avocado decision. So please vote to support this appeal. Regarding PH 19, I'm sorry, but the city has failed as a steward of the Olympia Theater. It's time to pass it on to an organization that will restore it, educate our children, and make it available to the public. The city does not have the funds or the will to save this theater. Please vote yes on PH 19.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, I know you are all here standing. It's up to you. We have the mayor of North Bay Village here that would like to speak. Would anyone allow her to come forward? Is that okay with you? Okay. Madam Mayor, you missed a fantastic presentation. We honored a young lady who wrote an essay on becoming the first woman mayor, and the League of Cities recognized her. She got a $1,000 scholarship. I wish you were here so she could have taken a picture with you. But welcome to our home. Thank you for coming.
Thank you so much, Madam Chair. Good morning, commissioners. Thank you for having me, and I am so disappointed to have missed that presentation. I'm sure I would have been duly inspired. I'm grateful to be here at the invitation of Commissioner Rosado, who invited me to speak about discussion item 9, because it is a program that we successfully implemented in North Bay Village about a year and a half ago. North Bay Village is the heart of the Bay, as you all know. We have many older homes, and our residents are desperately trying to afford to stay in them. And we figured that one of the best things that we could do for our community was to assist them in flood-proofing their homes, and that one of the best ways that we can do that was by providing a significant discount on their building permits. So we are offering, and this program is still in effect today, and it's been incredibly successful, we offer residents a 50% discount on specific building permit types, and those are for roof repairs and roof replacements, hurricane impact windows and doors, solar panels, as well as the installation of generators. So across these 4 permit types, our residents are receiving a 50% discount. We've saved our residents, we're not as big as the city of Miami, so these numbers may not impress you as much as they've impressed us, but we've saved our residents over $140,000 since April of 2024. We've discounted a total of 106 permits, 32 roof permits, 64 window and door permits, and we've received incredible feedback that our residents are seeking out this information. They are grateful to receive this discount, and it is having a meaningful impact on their pocketbooks and incentivizing them to make those roof repairs, to install those hurricane impact windows and doors. It's going to make our community safer when it comes time for hurricane season, and I encourage you to consider strongly a proposal like this here in the city of Miami. Thank you so much for your time, and thank you everyone for your patience.
Thank you. Good seeing you.
Thank you. Good to see you too.
Good morning.
Good morning. Crispin Browdy, 888 Biscayne Boulevard, Miami. I'm here on RE 30, urging you to support it. While you would not expect a poll of residents to support an additional tax that they have to pay, I think that you would find that if we thought, the residents of downtown thought we were getting value for our money, we'd support it. Unfortunately, you've heard from the Downtown Neighborhood Association, you've heard from many residents that we don't think we're getting value for the money. And we think that this poll will tell you from across a broader spectrum that this is the case, that we don't support this, and would urge you to change it to a business improvement district that draws its support not from the residents who don't get the value for the money, but from the businesses who may get the value from the money. I also want to talk about the Olympia Theater, and I'll run counter to what you've heard so far. While it is a wonderful thing to restore the theater, and it is a wonderful thing to revitalize the Flagler Corridor, the one thing that SLAM does not offer is accountability. We're going to take money from our elected Board of Education. That Board of Education, which frustrates us immensely with some of their decisions, is at least accountable to the voters. SLAM is not. Why take more money from our public schools, from schools that admit all students, and put it in the hands of a private developer who can choose who not to accept, and take money and put it into an education system that isn't accountable in any way? So while ending litigation is good, restoring the theater is good, giving it to private developers like this isn't something that I can support, and I urge you to vote against it. Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning, Commissioners. My name is Anna Wenger, 3553 Palmetto Avenue in Miami. I'm here to present a petition supporting PC 12, the lot split appeal at 4055 Poinciana Avenue. I'm going to give this to the... can I read it first? Okay. Dear Commissioners of the City of Miami, on behalf of your constituents, we present the attached petition supporting the appeal of the lot split proposal for 4055 Poinciana Avenue, PC 12. As of 5 p.m. yesterday, the petition had reached 421 signatures, and as of this morning, if you go online now, it's up to 426. We respectfully urge the Commission to vote in favor of the appeal on the grounds that it would adversely impact the character of our neighborhood, increase congestion, strain existing infrastructure, negatively affect the tree canopy, and set an undesirable precedent for future development. Our community values the existing lot sizes, open spaces, and the established residential density, all of which would be compromised if this lot split proceeds. We request that the Board consider our concerns and take the interests of the community into account when making its decision. As you know, even though the City Planning Department twice denied the warrant to split the lot on Poinciana because it did not satisfy multiple criteria established by Miami 2021 Code and the NCD3 overlay, the PSAB approved the split at their meeting on June 4th, 2025. Lot splitting is an issue that affects not just Coconut Grove, but every residential neighborhood in the City of Miami. Thank you for your attention to this important matter. We appreciate your stewardship on this vote. Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning and thank you. My name is Thomas Faywell. I'm a resident at 801 Brickell Boulevard here in Miami. I'm here to speak in favor of Resolution 17922 on getting a straw poll for the DDA. As a resident or former resident of Chicago, a refugee of Chicago, I recognize a political slush fund when I see it and smell it. And therefore, in the tradition of our founding of our country, where people were only taxed when they had a voice, I fully support this board's consideration of 17922. I do have a question. And by the way, I think it speaks volumes that citizens of this city are here to speak, and the absence of the commissioners are noted. I do have a question. As politicians, you all recognize how a straw poll can be shaped and directed by the language that will be used. So I would like somebody in this city, perhaps you, Commissioner Pardo, could take this on as a duty, to put on the language so the rest of us could see that it is an unbiased question in the straw poll, not directed to shape the result one way or the other. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning. Katrina Morris, resident of Coconut Grove and a homeowner. I've come to speak on two items and more. There's so many. First one, please do not proceed with item CA1. FSU is not regionally involved with Miami. FIU is better positioned to provide a tree assessment. They actively run Grove Relief, a tree inventory, and they have a relationship with IFAS at UF, which also houses NERLI, the Natural Resources Leadership Institute, who specializes in natural resource dispute resolution. I also urge the Commission to vote no on PH 19, the giveaway of the Olympia Theater to a charter school for $10. The city manager claims we don't have the $40 million to restore the theater, even though the money was set aside for just this purpose in the Miami Forever bond. Furthermore, right above PH 19 is PH 18, where the city manager is giving $80 million to another charter school management company for undisclosed services with no apparent oversight. The city manager and the commission have a fiduciary duty to the residents of Miami. If it is found that the city waived public bidding arbitrarily or without justification, commissioners' decisions were motivated by political favoritism or self-interest, heritage and access obligations are overlooked, then the deal could be considered as lacking due diligence or acting in bad faith, which violates fiduciary duties. We need oversight now. Why do we still not have an inspector general appointed, approved by 79% of the voters in August 2024, and championed by both you, Commissioner Pardo, and you, Commissioner Gabella, during your campaigns? The public put its trust in this reform. It's time to deliver, or is an IG appointment no longer suit your needs?
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning. I'm here to speak on PH 19 and RE 30. So first, PH 19, the City Commission wants to hand over the historic Olympia Theater to Slam Academy with a quick claim deed, no warranties, no public bidding, and zero transparency. And the price, just $10. The building is being handed off behind closed doors to a charter school corporation without the community consent. So I urge you to please vote no on that. So when it comes to RE30, residents living within the DDA district are being double taxed to fund an agency with a $21.9 million budget that funnels millions into corporate giveaways and sky-high salaries. $450,000 to FC Barcelona, $100,000 to the UFC, millions more wasted on bloated salaries, marketing schemes, and outside PR firms. Over half of all residents want the DDA dissolved because they see no benefit, with their streets going clean and condo fees rising. I urge you to indefinitely defer or vote no on PH 19. The community deserves a full, open process, not a rushed giveaway. And I urge you to vote yes on RE 30 to put the future of the DDA on the ballot. Let the taxpayers decide if they want to keep getting double taxed. Thank you.
Chair, may we have the speaker's name for the record, please?
Stiani Cox.
We didn't hear you.
Stiani Cox.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning. My name is Metris Bax. I'm a resident of North Miami, but I serve and work in Overtown and Edgewater. My name is Metris Bax. I'm the president of the Miami Women's Club, founded in 1900, just 4 years after the city of Miami was incorporated, and the executive director of the Overtown Business Association in the Overtown Main Street District. I'd like to briefly speak about the historical significance of the Olympia Theater, built in 1926. The same year as the Miami Women's Club. This landmark remains one of the few surviving cultural venues from the Miami former years, like way back in the day. Both buildings have served the public through arts, education, and civic engagement. Both have, at times, faced uncertain futures. The Miami Women's Club was preserved through a public-private partnership in support from the Omni CRA for $4 million, and the advocacy preservation champions like Arver Parks, Mort McCabe, Dolly McIntyre, Dr. Dorothy Fields, Lorene Timoney, and Linda Joseph. We're preparing for 125 years, so we're doing our research. Across Miami, downtown, Overtown, Brownsville, and Liberty City, historic properties tell the story of who we are. In Overtown, longstanding landmarks are also at risk and deserve the same. Thoughtful attention and community investment. As conversations continue regarding the Olympia Theater, it is essential to recognize the historical and cultural significance. It is one of the last theaters in the country in a rare gem architectural structure. Like the Miami Women's Club, its function has not just been a building, but a gathering place for civic, artistic, and community life. The decision made about properties like the Olympia will shape how we honor our past while preparing for the future. These sites are more than architects. They are storytellers of Miami's history. I urge continuous transparency, community input, and commitment to public benefits as you consider the theater's future. There was a covenant placed on the Miami Women's Club that gave the Omni CRA access to the building. It has helped us to deliver more services and make a building that was once exclusive, inclusive to the organization. I believe that if a conversation between the potential partners to make sure the community benefits agreement is enforced, some say oversight, we can be an example of what we need to be to the community. Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning, Commissioners. My name is Federico Baroglio. I live at 465 Brickell Avenue, and I serve on the leadership committee of the BHA, the Brickell Homeowner Association. I'm here to talk about RE30. Property owners of Brickell, property owners of downtown Miami, and property owners of Edgewater are levied a special tax to fund the DDA in these days of increasing cost for all property owners with increased reserve, inflation, and insurance. I think would be nice not to be levied this special tax. So Commissioner Rosado, as newly appointed chairman of the DDA, please support this and put the DDA question on the ballot. Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning.
Hi, good morning. My name is Marisol Gomez. I reside at 1035 Northwest 46th Street. I was born and raised in Miami, and I'm very proud to be a resident of the city of Miami. I'm here in support of the Olympia Theater revitalization. I am an educator for 25 years, and as such, I think it would be a great thing to have those opportunities for the students. I also wanted to clarify that charter school students are public school students. And in that regard, we would be offering this service for them. Also, I think it would be great to spark some, new jobs in that area and revitalize the downtown area that needs it so much. It saddens me to see that the building is so dilapidated. I attended many a concert and also saw my children graduate there, and I would love to see that open up again and offer some art and culture in a much needed area. So please vote yes for that. Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning. My name is Jennifer Becerra. I'm a resident at 63rd Place in South Miami. I'm also speaking in support of PH19 in support of the Olympia Theater. I'm representing H&M Communications, a marketing agency that was established in Miami in 2004. We work with many television and film studios. And over the last 8 years, we've had the privilege of partnering with SLAM for many projects. They have consistently opened its doors, allowing us to host community events and student-focused programming at their campus. These events not only promote our projects, but more importantly, give students from Miami a window into the world of arts, entertainment, and the opportunities available to them. Based on that firsthand experience I've had, I can confidently say that SLAM understands how to activate spaces in meaningful ways that benefit both students and the public. They know how to connect culture, education, and community. And that's exactly the partner that Olympia Theater needs, a partner who can honor its history, elevate the arts and entertainment, all while also opening its door to the next generation of students. Thank you for your consideration.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning. Savannah Smart of 6610 Southwest 57th Avenue. Madam Chair and Commissioners, I'm a proponent of CA3. I'm here today as part of SAVE's Advocacy is Pride campaign to speak up for the LGBTQ inclusion, safety, and equity in our community. We want to express our appreciation for the City of Miami's continued commitment to equity and inclusion, especially through the Non-Discrimination Assurance Agreement with the U.S. Department of Transportation, listed under CA3. Agreements like this are exactly why Miami continues to earn a perfect 100 on the Human Rights Campaign MIE score. The score reflects not only a strong policy, but a dedication to ensuring all residents feel seen, safe, and respected. That said, there are still opportunities for growth, particularly in expanding inclusive transportation access across underserved communities, improving language accessibility and transition communications, and increasing community engagement with LGBTQ riders and riders with disabilities. We're excited to uplift the City of Miami as a leader in inclusive policy, and we hope to see these values reflected in both implementation and outcomes. Our goal is to use Miami's model to help shape similar standards across other municipalities in Miami-Dade County. Thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, Commissioners. I'm John Snyder. I live at 3980 Hardy Avenue. I represent the South Grove Neighborhood Association. I'm asking you to please support the neighborhood conservation districts. Vote to reject lot splitting. It increases density in single-family residential neighborhoods. PZ12 represents the effort to convert one site into three. They paid for one site. They want to sell three sites. 4055 Poinciana was constructed in 1947 on three platted lots. They were platted over 100 years ago when houses were smaller. By Miami 21 law, it's one lot. That's what the definition of a lot is. If multiple lots are aggregated, it becomes one lot. They want to build three maxed out multi-million-dollar houses, eliminating green space. 50-foot wide lots with three driveways would most likely have 6 to 9 automobiles, where formerly there was one car parked in a garage. The lot coverage, but building 5,600 square foot houses, three of them, total of 16,800 square feet, will create a situation where little green space will be there. Anything that needs photosynthesis will die because it'll be in the shade. So the increase in density and intensity combined, resulting from a warrant, would be a terrible precedent, creating practical problems as well as destroying a beloved neighborhood.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning. Tony Tobar, 1600 Northeast First Avenue. Madam Chair, Commissioners, I'm a proponent of PH3. As part of SAVE's advocacy pride campaign, we encourage this commission to support this item. We appreciate the City of Miami allocation of housing opportunities for people with AIDS. As someone who has worked as a community health worker for over 10 years, I know safe and stable housing is essential for better health outcomes. People living with AIDS are more likely to be compliant with their care and contribute to a healthier, more thriving, even more economically stable communities. I love working with the aging community. I love playing bingo with seniors. And I can tell you that currently right now, AIDS is something that actually plagues them. So I really would like to encourage you to really look into this. As you all know, a lot of your constituents are seniors. And let me tell you, it's kind of hard for them to understand what's happening with these sexually transmitted diseases. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning. My name is Wilfredo Curbelo, and I am a resident of 4060 Poinciana. First, I want to thank Commissioner Pardo for sending Javier over to speak with a group of us that met there. I am also a member of the South Grove Association, and I have the copy of the letter from Planning and Zoning when the York family, who were the original owners who built the house in 47, moved, and it specifically states on there that the purchasers are agreeing to the fact that that is a single-family home, and because it was built prior to 1972, if you demolish it, you can only be permitted to put one single-family structure on it. I live directly across the street from that address. I'm at 4060, that's 4055. My driveway faces their driveway. They're going to put 3 more driveways on that parcel. We have a speed hump in front of my house. The traffic snarls up there regardless. It is, as far as I can see, I'm a retired firefighter, 30 years, medic, and I was an instructor in technical rescue at the academy that's over by Jefferson. It's unsafe. I have witnessed with my own eyes ladies walking with baby carriages, people walking their animals, and the traffic there is horrible. Increasing the density there, which is very, very clearly stated in the Neighborhood Conservation District language, that it should not, anytime that a permit is asked for, it should not negatively impact the community by increasing density.
Thank you.
And that is exactly what they're doing.
Thank you. Good morning.
Hi, good morning, esteemed commissioners and members of the community. My name is Stella Santa Maria, and I live in 61 Northwest 25th Avenue in Miami. I wanted to take a few minutes of your time to share why I'm so excited about the idea of bringing the Olympia Theater, which is proposal PH19, back to life. It's such a beautiful building, and most of the time it's just laying there empty. And it makes me very sad because I know how much potential it has. I really believe it could be the heart of our neighborhood and for the city of Miami and internationally, of course, in the future. What makes this proposal different in my eyes is the group that's stepping up are true stewards. They aren't just patching things up. They have a real plan, and they're not asking taxpayers to foot the bill. So right now, I think it's standing at $50 million. Am I correct? So I think this is a real investment for the city of Miami and for our future. I keep picturing how great it would be to actually go to the events again at the Olympia Theater. And I would love to see children getting to experience the theater as well, and to see downtown buzz with life, people heading to shows and concerts again. So thank you for listening and for everything that you're doing for the city. Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning, Commissioners. My name is Armando Lopez, and I was born, raised, and live here in the city of Miami. As both an artist and a musician, I want to share what the restoration of the Olympia Theater would mean for people like me and for the creative community as a whole. This project isn't just about preserving a historic building, it's about transforming our city's cultural landscape. With this group leading the way, the Olympia Theater will become a vibrant home for artists, musicians, and performers from all backgrounds. For years, we've needed a true stage in downtown Miami where local talent can shine alongside visiting acts, where young creatives can find inspiration and where our community can come together to celebrate the arts. There's been some confusion out there. There's been some confusion out there. Some think the plan is to turn the Olympia into a school, but that's simply not true. What's actually proposed is a collaborative vision. This group is building genuine partnerships throughout the community and putting together a team of professionals who can bring a diverse lineup of shows, concerts, and cultural events to downtown. For artists and musicians like me, this means new opportunities to perform, to connect, and to contribute to the city's creative life. With Slam, the Olympia has the potential to be the heartbeat of Miami's art scene again. Thank you for your service, and I strongly encourage you to support this proposal moving forward.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning, Commissioner. I'm here on the public notice from the city of Miami. So I would like to wait first and then ask the question. This is on file ID 17586. Location. The property is generally bound by the Northwest 7th Avenue to the west, Northwest 76th Street to the north, Northeast 2nd Avenue to the east, and Northwest 70th Street to the south. The purpose of this legislation amends the interpretation of the future land use map to create a new future land use designation of transit-oriented node, which allows maximum densities between 550 and 500 dwelling units per quad. This legislation also amends the correspondence table to include the new destination. My question on the on the notice. I want to know what it's about and then what the benefits we have as a residents.
I will have staff address that for you. If you step to the side, Mr. Manager, would you have staff address his questions, please?
And Chair, my apologies. Sir, may I have your name
May we
for the
have your
record?
name?
John Baptiste Dukas.
Okay. If you step over by the manager, someone will address your questions.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning. My name is Genesis Alvarez, and I am a proud alum of Matter Academy Charter High. I am also currently the business teacher and department chair at Matter Brickell Academy. Last year, I had the desire to expand business opportunities for our students, but I wanted to expand classroom projects towards real-life scenarios. Therefore, alongside 31 students, the Food Lab, a student-run business at Matter Brickell Academy, was created. Students are in charge of the marketing, finances, sales, and logistics of the cafe. I was intentional in forming partnerships with food and beverage companies that were interested in building the vision of having 16, 17, and 18-year-old students know how to manage and take charge in a business setting. Farm Stores, Bevy, Sushi Saki, Evie the Foodie, a food influencer, and Toma, Sofia Vergara's company, are the business partnerships we have formed. These companies not only provide their products to the Food Lab for us to sell, but valuable partnerships such as Farm Stores have awarded a $1,000 scholarship award to a graduating senior who worked the Food Lab in our charter school. On top of that, these companies have provided paid internships to 3 students as of today, one of which is right behind me, and will be providing 9 more internships to Matter Brickell students in the next month. After having gone to Hamilton College in New York for 4 years, I came back to Miami, I was born and raised here, to teach and leave a mark on the kind of education students should receive, such as the ones that Olympia Theater and SLAM are proposing as of today. Academica and Matter Brickell have been supportive of innovation and have allowed my students and I to expand further in the community and create opportunities for these students who are the future and our legacy. A yes to SLAM being able to restore the 10-story building and to the Olympia Theater being restored by us will be a yes to future students having the same ability to be molded with real-world experiences that will give them internships and community involvement. They will understand the importance of a work ethic through actual work and professional experience and have memories of the Olympia Theater being the pathway and the space that allowed them to grow and fulfill their potential. I can't wait for you to hear about Caesar. Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning, Chairwoman King. Good morning, Commissioner Pardo. Good morning, Commissioner Rosado. My name is Daniele Macciocchi. I am a professor at the Miami Herbert Business School at the University of Miami. And I live on 4050 Poinciana Avenue here in Coconut Grove, and I'm here standing to appeal the Planning and Zoning Appeal Board's approval of the partitioning of my property into 3 lots. There's been many of us speaking why this is an unreasonable split, so I'm not going to repeat their points. I think they're all clear. I'm just going to add one simple thing. I've been living in that property for 40 years, and in these 40 years, I've seen a tremendous increase in traffic and a tremendous threat for people walking dogs or for senior people walking. You know, that neighborhood doesn't have both sides. Putting 3 properties on that lot will make the interest only on one entity, which is the developer. Your fiduciary duty is for the people of Miami, is not for the developer. Please stop this. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning. My name is Cesar Lopez. I'm going into my senior year at Matter Brickell Academy, and I've had the chance to serve as treasurer of the Food Lab, and that role has taught me so much about what it takes to run a real business. From managing finances to cutting costs to keeping prices affordable for customers, I've learned how to make smart decisions that have helped the Food Lab succeed. This year alone, we've made over $40,000 in revenue, and we're projected to reach between $80,000 to $100,000 this upcoming year. But none of that would have been possible without Matter Brickell Academy. Matter Brickell gave me the opportunity to lead, to work hands-on, and to connect with people in the business world. One of those connections is with Farm Stores, the leading drive-through grocery and cafe in the country. Thanks to Matter Brickell and the Food Lab success, I was offered an internship with Farm Stores, where I now work with the CEO and also the accounting team and the operations department. During this internship, I've learned things that most students my age don't usually get to do, such as working with accounting software, reviewing legal documents, and helping lead the rollout of point of sales. Right now, I'm working on a project that integrates a point of sales with artificial intelligence in order to make the business more efficient and more profitable. What makes all of this even more meaningful is knowing that I've been able to grow thanks to the opportunities Matter Brickell has created through its support, dedication to student learning, and through partnerships with businesses that believe in giving students real experience. The Olympia Theater is a symbol of even greater opportunities to come. Just like Matter Brickell has opened doors for me, Olympia will open doors for so many more students in the future as it will allow them to display their projects and successes. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, Chairwoman Christine. Good morning, Commissioners. My name is Aaron Brill. I am a resident of Icon Brickell, Miami, Florida, 495 Brickell Avenue, and I serve on the Board of Directors of the Icon Brickell Tower 2. I'm here to speak on RE30 and express strong support for ending the DDA tax. When the DDA was created, it promised to improve downtown, but many of us see no tangible benefit. We already pay high city and county taxes, and we are still dealing with city issues, safety issues, unclean streets, and limited infrastructure investment. The DDA's efforts often duplicate what other city departments already do, and as a taxpayer, I don't feel represented, and I don't see where the money is truly going. With rising costs across the board, from insurance to special assessments, we can't afford to fund an agency that no longer serves our needs. Please place the DDA question on the November ballot. Brickell and downtown want out of the DDA. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Larry Milian. I reside in the city of Hialeah, and I serve the city of Miami proudly as an educator at SLAM. Thank you, Commissioners, for your time today. I'm here to talk about the Olympia Theater and support the PH19 project. As a proud educator at SLAM and the station general manager of the first ever Sirius XM radio station, SLAM Radio, that's operated by high school students inside of SLAM, I've had the privilege to work with these young teenagers. I've seen firsthand how SLAM is able to open doors and give back to the community by mentoring, volunteering, and performing in the community. Watching our young broadcasters develop a voice for themselves and having them realize our freedoms of expression through our program, it makes it evident that SLAM moves the needle with our youth. Supporting the Olympia Theater in partnership with SLAM ensures a pipeline of local youth who will continue to enrich this proud city. They are the future of Miami, and it's important to expose them to the theater and the arts. I ask you to vote in favor of this moving forward. Thank you for your time, Commissioners.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning. My name is Zuli
Ma'am,
Park.
hold on one second.
Oh, yes.
Our fire department and our sergeant at arms, these children standing up, blocking the doorway. We have asked that it's only 5 persons at a time. Please do something about that line.
Would you like me to give them the opportunity to speak first? I would be more than willing if you wish.
I'm not, if that would help, they could come on out, everyone. She said she'll let them come up now. Okay, so let our babies come on up. Come on, everybody.
Hi, my name is Camila, and I'm 8 years old. I've been going to Centro since I was 3, and now my little sister goes there too. She's about to turn 2 years old and started when she was just 6 weeks. Centro is like my second home. I love it so much. I get to play with my friends. I learn new things every day. And now that it's summer, I'm in summer camp. Summer camp, it's so much fun. We go on field trips to the water park, the zoo, the museum, and places like GameWorks and Dave & Buster's. My mom and dad never have to worry because they know I'm safe and happy at Centro Mater. And my little sister, she loves it too. She smiles every time she goes to school. She's learning, playing, and even getting yummy, healthy meals every day. I heard that Centro Mater wants to open a new place just for babies and toddlers. I think that's really, really good. Some kids don't have a chance like my sister and me to be in a place that's safe, fun, and helps us learn and grow. So please, I kindly ask you to help support Centro Mater and make the new building for babies and toddlers come true. Thank you, Carollo.
Can you have them come in front of us here? I'd like everyone to see them because this supports advocacy. This is what advocacy looks like. This is what we hope to achieve. These are our future advocates. Everyone, come on up. Come on up. Yay! Yay!
These kids are the future of Miami. Of course. Her name is Camila.
Camila.
I'm going to take a picture after. Good morning. Thank you for this amazing opportunity. My name is Madeline Janes, and I'm the proud executive director of Centro Mater. I know that many of you know about Centro Mater, know about our mission. We have been in the community since 1968. We started as a place to welcome all the immigrants, and we have had the support of the city of Miami since pretty much our inception. And it is amazing to see what collaboration, good faith, and hard work and commitment can do to change life and make everyone's future brighter. I am here, of course, on PH 121, which is to allocate $5 million for from District 3, Commissioner Carollo, to build a state-of-the-art, brand new infant and toddlers program right next to our existing facility. This will serve 48 low-income children of the city of Miami. What I mean by that is that they will come for free to receive early childhood quality care. As many people in the audience that are parents know how expensive it is to pay for childcare. And the parents that we help are the people that are working in our trenches. The people that are in the supermarkets, in the cafeterias, working at homes. So we need to give back to these people that are moving our city. I want to take this opportunity to thank Commissioner Carollo because with Centro Mater, he has been heaven sent. He has been supporting our mission since he was mayor of the city. And I know that a lot of you also agree with his support. I kindly ask, please, to consider moving forward item PH 121 for the future of Miami and the families that we're here. We just have a sample. We have about 1,500 children that we serve yearly, and they go for free. They get breakfast, lunch, supper, theater, sports.
Thank you. And I want to tell everyone, when I worked for Miami-Dade County, I did all of Centro Mater's contracts and amendments with Community Action Agency. I was the contract officer, so I know the good work that they do through Head Start and Early Head Start. And I would like to sponsor this item as well, Todd. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Okay, I don't want to cut any little person short from speaking, so I'm going to let her speak. But if there's anybody else, we're going to cut you off because I cut the line to let them speak. But I want to encourage our little people to advocate. Go ahead.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Genesis Reyes, and I'm 11 years old. And I also started Centro Mater when I was 3. Ever since I started to come to Centro Mater, the teachers have always been so nice to me. They've been kind. They've always helped me with my homework whenever I need help. They've taught me new things that I never knew. And what I also like is that they give us food. They feed us well. And the classrooms are always nice and neat. They always help us with things we don't know yet. And Centro Mater started 9 years ago, a summer camp called Theater Camp. Today is my first year, and it's gone really well. We act in front of other people, and it's not always about just acting and being good, but it's always good to have fun while you're acting. Thank you to Carollo.
Okay. Now I'm going to let, please, the other person that gave up her time, you guys are going to have to get in the line. You're older. You guys are going to have to get to the back of the line. No.
Please.
Thank you all. Thank you. Morning, and thank you for allowing them
Pleasure,
to speak.
of course. Good morning. Thank you for allowing me to speak. My name is Zuli Pardo. I'm a lifetime resident of of our beautiful city, and I reside at 49 Campina Court. Okay, now, is that better? All right. I'm here to speak on item PH 19. The future of the Olympia Theater stands at a critical crossroads. The city of Miami, having failed in its stewardship of the gifted, fully renovated, iconic landmark in 1975, thanks to the visionary philanthropist Maurice Gusman, now finds urgency in a manufactured pressure campaign to transfer ownership of the theater to a charter school and its private for-profit management company in a no-bid giveaway. There's no confusion here. This is very clear. The treasured landmark will be lost to the public realm, not to mention the loss of millions in valuable development rights. There are no safeguards or commitments that can justify giving away this valuable resource, which is an integral part of the historic fiber of this community. I urge you, I challenge you, do the right thing. Stop this resolution and move forward in good faith with a clear, transparent public process. Issue a strong request for proposals that include incentives. The potential of sale of development rights and the dedicated portion of the $79 million in cultural funding from the Miami Forever Bond. This is a defining moment for our city. You have been entrusted to protect and preserve the Olympia. Ensure that the Olympia Theater remains a vibrant, community-serving cultural institution, not a casualty of political expediency. Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning. Albert, District 2 resident. Lot splitting for a developer is just wrong. That should be removed. Just should be removed. Frankly, the RE30 on giving money to the DDA, where is the DDA on the Olympia Theater? It's in their district. They should be taking care of that. They are a development authority. That's a perfect opportunity for them to actually take care of a community theater, if the last one under the city of Miami. If the city of Miami cares about arts, they should at least put their money and restore the theater and not give it to a private institution to pawn it off. We're doing that on services across the board. It's littered throughout this agenda. Park services, we're giving it away instead of parks getting funded to do that. Process. All our process has been putting dedicated maintenance funds into the general fund and then prioritizing items on what we have money for. We cannot keep doing this. We have to understand the assets we have, apply the money to maintain those assets, and restore the assets, especially like the Olympia Theater, instead of giving it off to a private entity and saying this is the best choice we have. Also, the DDA is meeting on this tomorrow. Why are we rushing this vote? Let this go to referendum. And applying millage from the dais, that should be a referendum vote. I don't want to be taxed from the dais. I want to vote for that. I want to vote for the Olympia Theater. Hopefully we'll vote in November. Hopefully. And that way we can tell you how we feel. Maybe you can have political will and put it on the agenda. Put it on the agenda, make it a referendum, and let us vote for millage. Let us vote for Olympia Theater. Let us vote for things that matter. And by the way, the trees need to be saved. Giving money to FSU while we have FIU here is the wrong thing to do.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning. I'd like to speak in support of Centro Mater.
My name is Mia, and I'd like to say that from an outside perspective, Centro Mater has become something that's very special to me and my family. My sisters Camila and Mila have been in Centro Mater for basically their entire lives, and I have loved to see how nurturing and safe of a space it has become for them. It's like their second home where they get to be themselves while being safe and taken care of. It's also been amazing to see how comfortable my mom is with everything provided by their school. I've loved seeing her feel secure, that my sisters are in good hands, and being able to see her blindly trust the amazing people that are part of this community. It has also given me opportunities that I truly don't see anywhere else, with things like volunteering and giving me the opportunity to give back to our community. I would love for other kids and families to be able to experience this, and that all starts with this chance being opened up and expanded to them. Thank you, Carollo, for this opportunity. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning. Sandy Moise, Morningside resident. Regarding CA1, the public has already engaged and made it clear that we do not want to weaken our tree ordinance, so I'm not really sure why we're pushing it. Regarding the $180,000, if that's necessary to have a clear and transparent process, I would support it. However, keep in mind we do not want the tree ordinance to be weakened in any way whatsoever. I know that is the goal. The city has yet to tell us what's wrong with the ordinance that they feel so strongly that it needs to be fixed. The city's already cutting down trees on city property without permits and issuing themselves after-the-fact permits, and sometimes not even an after-the-fact permit, just a regular permit when caught and reported. No mitigation, no contribution to the Tree Trust Fund. Speaking of the Tree Trust Fund report of the receipts and expenditures for this fiscal year, code requires it to be presented to the Commission annually. I hope to see it. Regarding RE30, the DDA put it on the ballot and lets the residents decide. I strongly urge you to vote no on PH19, this rushed and reckless no-bid giveaway of the Olympia Theater, the adjoining 10-story building and air rights worth approximately $18 million, all just for $10. T-E-N, $10 to Slam Charter School and its for-profit operator Academica. We've been told the city can't afford to restore the Olympia, but $78 million from the Miami Forever Bond was earmarked for parks and cultural facilities. So where did the money go? Why wasn't a single cultural facility benefited from the bond? And let's not forget, Maurice Gusman donated the Olympia Theater to the city for public enjoyment. Do you honestly believe Mr. Gusman intended for his theater to be handed over to a private for-profit corporation through a backroom deal? This deal is cooked, it's dishonest, it's an insult to the public trust. Slow down, open a transparent RFP, and anybody can apply. Restore the Olympia, don't give away Miami's soul. Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning. My name is Anna, and I'm here because Centro Mater is like my second family. My daughters, Camila and Mila, she is almost 2 years old, have a safe place with quality services. That allows me to go out to work and be a financial support for my home. I'm very grateful, and I know that with this proposal, other families will be able to benefit from this wonderful center. Thank you so much to Carollo also.
Good morning, Commissioners.
Thank you.
Thank you for your time today. My name is Anthony Milian, and I'm a proud SLAM alumni. I wanted to talk about the PH19 issue today. SLAM is a school and a foundation that changed my life for the better. I thank them for the opportunities that I received there, and I was able to explore career paths and opportunities that I never even thought were possible. At the age of 17, I was able to graduate early with my associate's degree. I'm a 20-year-old graduate of college, and that's thanks to SLAM. I work at one of the 400 best companies in the United States of America with SiriusXM, thanks to SLAM. All of this is suffice to say that SLAM is to be trusted with the preservation of the Olympia Theater. To me, SLAM is not just a school, SLAM is not just a foundation, it is a family. It is rooted in culture and it is rooted in giving back. As an employee and as a city member and a city resident, I'm honored to represent the tradition of SLAM. I want to thank you all for your consideration, and I want you all to do the right thing and vote yes on the preservation of Olympia Theater. There's so many examples of SLAM changing things in the future and changing things for the better. My life included, thousands of students' lives included, and I promise you with every fiber of my being that SLAM can change the city of Miami for the better with the preservation of the Olympia Theater. Thank you, commissioners. God bless.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning, Chairwoman. Good morning, Commissioners. Miguel Soliman, 1436 Southwest 6th Street. I'm here in support of PZ1, and I'd like to thank you very much for continuing for ordinances like this and providing the residents of the city of Miami with public park area. I'm also in support of PZ11 and also in support of RE30 for the straw poll. Downtown belongs to all of us. No more taxes. And of course, in great support of PH21, Centro Mate. It is an incredible cause, and thank you all for having this. And thank you for allowing me to speak.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning. My name is Barbara Lang. I live 3901 Braganza Avenue, Coconut Grove. And there's so many bad things on this agenda. I'm trying to figure out which one I want to speak on. So I'm just going to tell you the ones that I hate the most. The Olympia Theater going to a private company, the tree ordinance being weakened, lots in Coconut Grove being split, and the last one was the zoning where 1 mile in between the transit. I hope you add that. I know you added NCD to keep Coconut Grove out of the big high-story buildings within a mile, but I hope you keep historic districts out also. Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning. My name is Jessica Johnson. I'm a Morningside resident, and I was born and raised in Coconut Grove. I'm here to speak on PH19 and others. My father founded the Miami Jazz Festival at Bayfront Park. I spent my childhood surrounded by music, art, theater, and a deep sense of creative community. And then I left and I moved to New York, like so many creatives do, to be in a place that truly invests in arts. In New York, I experienced what it means to have a world-class cultural institutions, and more importantly, what it feels like when your city values them. Institutions that are preserved, funded, and treated as essential to civic life. Coming home to Miami was devastating because I know what this city could be. I know the brilliance and beauty that exists here, but living in the city of Miami is being heartbroken over and over again because time and time again, we watch you abandon what matters most. Our shared spaces, our history and historic buildings, our culture and creativity, our small businesses and homeowners, our trees. Don't weaken the tree ordinance, our green spaces, our waterways, all sacrificed in favor of real estate developers, political favors, and money. Beauty and care is bulldozed and covered in concrete. And now, as we gather here, as we speak from the heart, and as we offer real solutions and plead for fairness, it feels always like we are being met with contempt. Our protests are brushed off, our demands for transparency are met with gaslighting, blame-shifting, cover-ups, and lies. We voted for the Miami Forever Bond in 2017 with hope, with trust. We gave you the tools to protect our future, including $78 million specifically for cultural facilities. Your own capital improvements director named the Olympia Theater as one of the deserving sites for Tranche 2. To date, Olympia has received nothing from that bond, zero, and yet is being offered up in a backroom deal with no competitive process, no RFP, no commitment to transparency.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning. Bob Jerez. I live at 200 Southeast 15th Road, 33129. On the water. It's beautiful. I'm very grateful. I've been known to think out of the box. PH 16, 18, and many more. The sale, first of all, leases, 75 and 99-year leases, they're just unreasonable and unpredictable. I know who came up with that idea. And to speak of PH 16, we've already sold that public land on Watson Island, 5.4 acres for $134 million, at $100 million being paid $1 million at a time for 99 years. I went to AI and I asked them, $1 million today at 3% increase as the sales says, what will that be worth in 99 years? They came up with, it'll be worth buying power of $54,000. I don't know who did the math. And see how suspicious this is? This is just another one of those oops. In fact, I had the lawyers of the city once quoted in the paper, oops, when they made a mistake about a loophole in Monty's lease. Thank you please, see what you can do about that. Before, PH 18, before you sell public property, public lands, maybe you could go ahead and give them all zoning variances beforehand so we can get more money for it instead of selling it cheap and then getting the variance and the property be worth more. And when properties are for sale, could you make it a little more public so it doesn't take scientists to try to figure out what's available, what's for sale, and maybe we'd get more money for them too and more people. Last thing, gentrification. This has to do with public housing and stuff. I know a lot of cities and counties around the country. Here in our city and county, we take the average income of an individual.
Thank you.
That's $67,000. Can we do it just for the people in the community?
Thank you.
There's my paper.
I'll get your paper.
Good morning.
That paper there. You are manhandling me. I have to hand this in. Well, stop pushing me. Nobody's pushing me. Well,
Sorry, sir. He didn't mean to. Sorry. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. My name is Alexander Cordovez, 400 Northwest 1st Avenue. I come here today to speak as a downtown resident and to urge you to support the proposal for PH 19. If you attended the last meeting, I spoke all about the recent changes in downtown, its surrounding areas, and the direct impact it's had on my daily life. The investments in safety, preservation, and infrastructure have made a significant difference in the way we downtown residents live. The preservation of the Olympia Theater is no different. This project is not just about saving a building, but an investment in our city's cultural and economic future. In the last couple of months, I've attended events at the Fillmore, Adrian Arts Center, and even Bayfront Park Amphitheater. But you know where I haven't been? The Olympia Theater. I have already seen some of the positive effects of the restorations on Flagler, increased foot traffic and erections of new places to eat, shop, and enjoy. The Olympia Theater will bring people beyond downtown. Patrons from all over will come to see this historic building. They will walk past the streets before and after events, shopping, eating, and drinking at our local mom and pops. The same can be said for the addition of the Slam School next door. As a Matter Academy alum and a partner in this initiative, I see the positive effects of having a high-performing charter school in downtown. Aside from the symbiotic relationship the school and the theater can have, the surrounding businesses would also benefit. Living at Parkline, I can personally attest that all the students who leave New World and Miami Tech end up walking over to the Starbucks before they catch the train back home. And finally, I'd like to leave off by saying one thing. I've seen what this nonprofit can do. SNIM is creating the future generation of this community. I have no doubt that they will be educating them to be good citizens and patrons of this wonderful theater, to have pride in their school, the Olympia, and the city they call home. Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning.
Carlos O. Alvarez, Principal of SLAM Miami, 542 Northwest 12th Avenue, Miami, Florida, 33136. There are 16 charters that serve over 7,000 students in the city of Miami. SLAM Miami serves over 2,000 students, an A-rated and a high-performing charter school that stands strong in being a partner with the city of Miami and the Olympia Theater. Our network of schools believes laying and giving back to our community. I want to be clear. The Olympic Theater won't be driven by students in a school. It'll be driven by our community. The passion for bringing back the performing arts. That same drive will be infused into our classrooms and spark curiosity and passion for students that thrive in the performing arts. So together, we can create programs and pathways in music, entertainment, arts, audiovisual, with the main purpose of enabling and empowering students to give back to their community through workforce development and college readiness. By preserving the Olympia Theater, in partnership with an educational hub, we revitalize this sector of the community. It comes back to life by providing live entertainment to our residents and investing through the quality educational programs for generations and generations to come. A community, a city, a school. Together we can make a monumental impact for generations and generations to come. Preserve Olympia, reignite this community.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning. My name is Lisette Deler. I am a student and a mother. I have been blessed to have my children receive the benefits that the Commissioner has provided through Centro Mate in all areas. During the holidays, we get many donations along with such caring and wonderful services and unforgettable memories. Our families need important community centers that support us and help our families grow healthy and happy. I thank Commissioner Carollo and this amazing center, which forms part of our family and our community.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Commissioners. My name is Isabella Garibaldi. I came here today with the organization SAVE. The most efficient way we can exercise our freedom is by advocating for minority groups, particularly queer people, as they are often ostracized and shamed for who and how they show love. If we take steps to protect LGBTQ youth, it will set an example to this community that we want the best for future generations and will advocate and put in the work required to create a safe space for youth, including queer youth, to grow up. We can do this by implementing youth bullying prevention early on in schools, explaining how shaming someone for who they love is counterproductive and harmful for everyone in the community, not just queer people, and will not be accepted, let alone tolerated. We can also advocate by helping LGBTQ-owned/run businesses so that they are aware their community not only accepts them, but is willing to support them. This also provides spaces for queer people to participate in the economy and therefore stay off the streets, lowering homelessness and poverty. I hope you will consider this when you make decisions moving forward, keeping queer people in mind as we strive to establish, through the law, a society that promotes and accepts love. Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning. Maria Gonzalez, 436 Northeast 77th Street Road. I am here to urge you to vote no on PH 19 and CA1. PH 19 gives away the Olympia Theater from the people to a for-profit entity. It is a genius scheme by Academica to rip away taxpayers' dollars. So let's understand this. We are giving the jewel of Miami so that a for-profit entity under the guise of a not-for-profit does not pay their fair share of taxes because it's a public school. These nonprofit public schools are owned by family, friends, and cronies of the umbrella company Academica. Mr. Zulueta and his brother, and they are making millions of dollars from U.S. taxpayers. Hence, they are rolling in cash. Who wouldn't want that deal? Truly genius. Academica, you get an A for swindling the people. Attorney Barquette, you have told the people that you have been looking for a good steward of the gem, as Maurice Gusman, may he rest in peace, would have wanted. Did our manager, Art Noriega, mention to you during your search that there was a viable group that was working on an RFP? Mr. Orlando Alonso will share with the audience how he had met with City Manager Noriega, Commissioner Pardo, and et al. For the past few years to put together a real RFP to the Olympia. Mr. Noriega, I pulled you aside at the Olympia Theater last Wednesday to ask you why you rolled your eyes after one of our constituents was expressing her sentiments at the podium outside of the Olympia. You were condescending to me, and your chief of staff can attest to it.
Thank you. Thank you, Maria. Good morning.
Good morning, Commissioners. My name is Marina Brainin, Advocacy and Outreach Manager at SAVE, Florida's longest-serving LGBTQ+ advocacy organization. I'm here today to speak in support of item PH3 to expand housing opportunities for people with HIV and AIDS. As part of SAVE's Advocacy is Pride campaign, we encourage this commission to support this item because it advances equality for all, and especially for those in the LGBTQ community through municipal policy. First, I want to commend the city for scoring a solid 94 and a perfect 100 with flex points in the HRC Municipal Equality Index. The MEI is a nationwide evaluation of 500 cities based on criteria including inclusive laws, policies, and services that are intended to showcase best practices of inclusion and be a blueprint for positive change at the local level. There's always more to be done to ensure that the LGBTQ community and all residents and staff feel fully protected, valued, and supported, not just in spirit, but in tangible policy and practice. This resolution authorizing the allocation of housing opportunities for people with HIV and AIDS is not a radical idea. It is a reasonable step towards equity and safety. Passing this resolution will also surely increase your MEI score for next year. SAVE wants to engage and support this commission and the City of Miami LGBTQ Advisory Board and make sure that every aspect of equality, especially in housing, is being addressed. Let's meet, let's collaborate, and let's make sure that the City of Miami reflects the inclusive values it's already known for. Please support Resolution PH3. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning. Rob Piper, 1401 Southwest 17th Terrace. I was outside. I didn't get a chance to hear what may have been pulled off the agenda, so if I read something that has been deferred, I apologize. But yeah, I wanted to come here and thank you all for considering RE26. That is the mayor should have the same rules of transparency that you folks do regarding business before the commission. So thank you for that, and I urge you to vote affirmative on that. Also, RE28, the mayor should not have a second job while serving the people of Miami. So I urge you to vote for that as well. That being said, I would urge you to vote against RE22 in terms of transparency. Please give the Inspector General enough time to do their job if they need to investigate elected officials. 7 days is hardly enough time to do so. So please vote against that. And regarding PZ7, regarding transit station neighborhood development zones, I would ask that please give more. If there have been public hearings on that to help the public understand what exactly those zones would be and what that entails, I really haven't seen much about it. So I would just ask, it's a good idea in theory, so just please kind of either defer it or to give more public hearing and take time to get more public input outside of the summer when most people are away, as opposed to rushing to vote on it today. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. This public comment concerns PH12. My name is Giovanni Cyrus. I'm the executive director of Rancho One Incorporated, a grassroots peer-led nonprofit organization based here in Miami. I also serve as the chairperson for the Lived Experience Committee for the Miami-Dade County Homeless Trust. I'm here today to urge the city to allocate meaningful home art resources to community-based organizations like ours for supportive services. Reentry One provides trauma-informed care coordination, peer mentorship, employment training, housing navigation, and legal advocacy to some of the most vulnerable residents in our community, including individuals returning from incarcerations, parents on probation, and children of incarcerated mothers. Reentry One has served more than 500 participants across Miami-Dade County, FDOC facilities, probation and parole services, FBOP, as well as community programs. Some of our collaborative partners are Miami-Dade Corrections, Florida DOC, and Federal BOP, mobile health care and telecommunication providers, transitional housing partners, as well as mental health and substance abuse service providers. We are prepared to submit provider qualification packets and comply with all HUD and county programmatic requirements. We also ask that you ensure home art supportive services funds are accessible to local lived experience-led organizations that are already doing the work on the ground every day. I thank you for the opportunity to speak and for the commitment to inclusive housing solutions here in Miami-Dade County. Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you. My name is Kenneth Haber. I'm a resident born on Miami Beach. I've lived in Miami-Dade County for 65 years. I'm here to thank all the commissioners, especially Joe Carollo, for your continued support of Centro Matter. Where I come in, I'm also a member of the Miami Outboard Club, and I'm known there as the golf guy. And we have created a golf tournament that we do yearly, raising money for Centro Matter. We all know Centro Matter does great things for our community. I guess what I'd really would love to see is the city of Miami put a team together maybe. If you guys play golf, we have a great time. It's for a good cause. Usually I'm used to talking to, my speeches are usually made to 120 to 150 slightly intoxicated golfers, but golfers that they like to have fun, they like to have a cocktail, and they like to raise money for a good cause. Centro Matter is not a good cause, Centro Matter is a great cause. I'd just like to mention some of the names of our sponsors, if I might. The law offices of John P. Goshkarian, Damian Pratap with Specialty Adjusting, the Miami Yacht Club as well, Mercedes-Benz of Coral Gables, Mercedes-Benz of Cutler Ridge, U.S. Parts, Firm Tools, MME Distributors, Helm Bank, the Ortega Foundation, which is Goya, the Maria Wahlberg family, Jesmec Development, DVG Construction, Sonoma's Bank, Equitable, United Bank, Community Bank, Northmark Capital, Armando Carr and Larrabee, and actually Miami-Dade College put a team together this year. Would love to see you guys this year, and again, thank you for your support of Centro Matter.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning. Denise Galvez, 2130 Southwest 20th Street. I have to say, I volunteered at Centro Mater when I was in high school. It's a wonderful organization. If Coroyo was here, he would be, surprised to know that I often criticize him, but I very much support that funding for Centro Mater. It's a wonderful program. I've witnessed it firsthand, so please vote yes on the Centro Mater funding. Most importantly, I want to talk about Olympia Theater because for the last 10 years, I've been on the historic board of the city of Miami where for years, on a monthly basis, we would ask for updates on the Olympia Theater. Along with Dade Heritage Trust, who's here, we would ask for updates. We knew it was in dire need of repairs. Nothing was done. And I want to say that a lot of the opposition and the criticism and the skepticism is not aimed towards Academica. I've seen what they do. They're a wonderful organization. The opposition and the skepticism is because of our distrust of the city of Miami, past deals with Mel Reese, Freedom Park, Marlins Park, all of those. We've seen how those deals, the devil is in the details. To be honest with you, I don't trust our city manager to handle that deal at all. He said in public comment that, historic preservation has never been a priority. It could be. There's other things that he's made a priority that we spend tons of money on, like a new fleet of cars and Wagoneers for all the commissioners, unnecessary spending on art and in Bayfront Park. There's lots of money out there that we could go after at the state level through DeSantis, as a matter of fact, who helped with the Freedom Tower. So there's other options, okay? So this is not about Academica being a bad steward. This is about more transparency. Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning. Kelly Pierce, 600 Northeast 36th Street. In 5th grade, I auditioned for Fiddler on the Roof at my school, and I thought I would land the lead role. But instead, I was casted as a townsperson. No lines, no solos. My voice was that bad, and still is. But being in that show sparked something in me. A deep respect for the hard work behind the curtain. I had fun, but more than that, I learned to appreciate theater. Because of that one experience in 5th grade, I'm here 30 years later to speak in support of restoring the Olympia Theater. Restoration is important, but protecting the legacy is paramount. That legacy can only continue if we expose the next generation, our children, to the arts, not just by inviting them to sit in the seats, but by inviting them into the story. The opportunity to run a professional theater alongside an educational hub speaks to legacy, longevity, and love for the arts that can live beyond our lifetimes. Kids only dream as big as they are exposed to. We have an opportunity to expose children to the arts, something that may keep them off the street, pay their way through college, or provide a purpose. And maybe some will learn, like I did, that performing isn't their gift, but they may grow up to be city leaders, builders, architects, or voters who will fight to keep the arts alive. I pray that's you today on PH19. Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning. My name is Orlando Alonso, 92nd Southwest 3rd Street, and I'm here to talk about the Olympia Theater. Commissioners, your manager says you don't have the political will or the funds to save the Olympia, so we must give it away. The Gusman attorney says we are not losing the theater because it was never ours. None of that is true. Chair King, as a lawyer, you know that the Gusmans are just posturing strength to get us to fault. Commissioners, you have never denied Olympia funding because it has never been there and it has never been proposed. The manager puts the budget together for you to vote. He has never been denied Olympia funds because he has never asked for them. The 79 million for parks and cultural assets isn't for fire stations, it's for places like the Olympia. How much remains? How much have we failed to spend? This is not a rhetorical question. You must get this answer before you give up the Olympia. Commissioner Rosado, you sat on the Miami Forever Bond Oversight Board when the manager staff recommended our investment in the Olympia in tranche 2 of the bond. You can now realize that as a commissioner. Now you can do it. This is your moment. Don't be the commission that gave away the Olympia. Be the one that saved it. If you bring the bond and the air rights, the world will meet you at the RFP. We are not asking for the city to shoulder the burden. Just issue a solicitation that brings your dedicated part to the table. Don't give up. Don't give it away. Do your part. Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning. My name is Giselle Aguirre.
I am a mother at Centro Mate. This program benefits families in a very purposeful way. The center provides home visitors. They assist families with major issues regarding educational, social, and medical matters. They identify psychological and neurological conditions and therefore refer the family members to the appropriate services. I support our center and I'm asking that you continue supporting funding. Thank you, Commissioner Carollo.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning, Danielle Villog, 3044 Orange Street. I'm here to speak in strong opposition to PZ7. It is abhorrent and reprehensible that the most impactful and significant change to Miami 21 is being jammed through in a mere 36 days in the middle of a Miami summer. This ordinance is poorly drafted. Even the substitution is riddled with typos to boot, and clearly meant to give one developer in Little River an end around to the city's SAP planning. Why should this framework be implemented with potential applicability to this entire city, affecting all our residents? In an email from our commissioner yesterday, he explained that despite a deferral being logical, there's a significant project requiring the creation of a rail station relying on some of these changes. Why should the needs of one developer override the 500,000 constituents in the city of Miami, which all of you are supposed to serve? While this should be deferred for further consideration to see how this transit overlay affects every single district, at a minimum, it needs to be further limited to half a mile and exclude T4 properties to provide for proper transitional zoning abutting T3 properties. With the 24-plus story option being available only with a quarter mile of rail stations. This is simply a gift to developers, and citizens will be left with an unlivable city and no benefits, and developers reaping all the profits. Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning. Hi, my name is Gisela.
Centro Mate is a second home to my children. The love and care that Centro Mate provides is unique and very special. Along with many more positive reasons, I truly support Centro Mate. Thank you, Commissioner Carollo.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning. My name is Lourdes Machado, and I'm here from the board of Centro Mate. Centro Mate was started in 1968 to fulfill the need for childcare in our community. Not just childcare, but to help families get on their feet. And we started in Adameret Park under a tree, and the mothers needed a place for their children to feel safe so they could go to work. and that's what Centro, how it began. Today we serve 1,600 children over 5 centers from ages 6 weeks all the way to 12 years of age. And our board, the Centro Mater Foundation, is a voluntary board and a generational board. My grandmother was on the board, my mother was on the board, and like that, there's so many of us that have donated through the years. We've grown through private donations. The community has given us overwhelming support, and we've raised millions of dollars through the years. We also have partnerships, public and private, and have received help from the federal, state, and now hopefully the local level. Thanks to Commissioner Carollo, we're so grateful for this opportunity. Centro Mater is early childhood, so at 6 weeks you can leave your child in a fully accredited preschool, comprehensive after-school programs where you get 2 meals a day, sports teams, partnerships with the Marlins, with soccer, theater, you name it, tutoring. Most parents sometimes don't speak the language to help their children with homework. And then a full summer camp from beginning of the summer to the end of the summer. You drop them off all day, they're taken care of. But right now, one of our biggest needs is in early childhood, because most organizations don't want to provide it. It's very expensive to leave a 6-week-old and to follow all the regulations of the state in order to provide this service. So we want to do that because our wait lists are around the corner. When we open up for summer camp, at 5 a.m. there's a line, by 8 it's full, and the line is still just as long. So these mothers need to get back to work, and they can't wait till the child is 3 years old to get back to work. So this building that we are asking for the money for will provide that service. And 48 children, therapy centers, and a huge multi-purpose room to be able to provide more family programming, because our families need that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning. My name is Daniel Valdez, and I am 15 years old. I have been a part of Centro Mater since I was 3 years old, and I am now proud to be back as a volunteer during the summer. Centro Mater has always felt like a second home to me. It is where I learned to count, to read, to make friends, and to believe in myself. The teachers here taught us how to grow with love, respect, and confidence, lessons which I carry with me every single day. That is why I am here today, not only as someone who grew up here, but as someone who cares deeply about the next generation of children walking through those doors. Centro Mater is in the process of creating a new infant-toddler building, and it is truly a project of great importance and significance for the community. Infants and toddlers are in one of the most critical stages of their development. They need safe spaces, nurturing environments, and people who see their potential from the very beginning. Now, as a community, we have the opportunity to ensure that every child receives the care and attention they deserve from the very start. This new building represents more than just extra space. It represents the opportunity for more children to be welcomed into a community that believes in them. It means that working parents can go to work knowing their children are in the best hands. And it means that 10 or 15 years from now, some of those children will be standing where I am, grateful and ready to give back. If you help support this project, you will not only be contributing to a building, you will be contributing to a future for hundreds of children. Your support helps create brighter futures for children and families who need it most. Thank you, especially to Commissioner Carollo for always helping Centro Mater. Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning, Chairman King, Commissioners. My name is Isabel de Quesada, 3911 Park Avenue, Miami, Florida. I came from Cuba when I was 5 years old. My mother was a stay-at-home mom while my father worked 2 jobs to help make ends meet. I'm a product of Miami public schools. Silver Bluff Elementary, Shenandoah Junior High, and Miami Senior High School, and I was able, with my parents' support and hard work, obtain a scholarship to go to Tufts University in Boston. As a former news reporter and executive director of the Mayor's International Council at the City of Miami, I am proud of what I was able to accomplish. All I only ask is that we as a community, as a government, as citizens of Miami, afford the faces you saw earlier this morning the same opportunity to maximize their full potential by funding PH21. We're looking at the future entrepreneurs, doctors, social workers, teachers, And I think they deserve that opportunity to maximize their full potential. We have a track record of almost 60 years, as Chairperson King acknowledged that she's familiar with the program in her past work with Dade County. We have a waiting list, as our board president just said. So please help us fill that waiting list and uplift these children so they can, again, maximize their full potential and become productive members of our community. Thank you so much for your consideration and time.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning, Commissioners. My name is Arian Baez, and I've had the privilege of being part of Centro Matters family since 2016. First as a volunteer, and now as a proud member of the team. Centro Matters is more than a child care provider. It is a lifeline for over 1,500 children and their families across Miami-Dade County. We serve infants as young as 6 weeks to children up to 12 years old, offering not just care, but the building blocks for a brighter future, especially those who need it most. Founded more than 50 years ago, Centro Matters continues to carry out its mission of providing high-quality education and support services to all children, regardless of background or income. We do this because we believe, as our founders did, that love for children brings hope for the future. This proposed award and investment is not just a donation, it's a commitment to the future of our children, our families, and our community. On behalf of everyone at Centro Matters, I'd like to thank Commissioner Carollo, and I respectfully urge your support. Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning, Madam Chair, City Commissioners. Terrell Fritz, 111 East Flagler Street, Director of the Flagler Bid, speaking on PH 19 and RE 30. Last month, the bid requested the Olympia Theater item be deferred for community discussions. We want to thank Commissioner Pardo, the City Manager, and the SLAM Group for participating in last week's forums. Our bottom line has not changed. For the City to agree to convey the Olympia Theater today without a vote of the City Commission on all final details and time for full community review is unthinkable. However, our understanding of the proposal has evolved, and we now enthusiastically support further negotiation of a purchase and sale agreement. And we've discussed with the SLAM Group a substitute resolution to that effect. This is not about a school. It's about a theater. We need to see a cultural programming agreement, including the possibility of an annual financial contribution to the theater, zoning provisions that create no distance separations from restaurants and bars, a preliminary traffic plan for pickup, drop-off, and transportation, an analysis of the air rights, tax credits, and grants that could support programming and operations of the theater, including a potential endowment. The bid looks forward to further negotiation and community review of a final agreement before bringing a PSA back to Commission at a future meeting. Regarding RE30, the bid opposes a non-binding straw poll regarding the DDA. This is not a referendum or a vote. It is nothing more than a logistically challenged non-random poll. Instead, let's give the newly appointed DDA Chair, Commissioner Rosado, the opportunity and time to bring new leadership to the DDA. Thank you, and have a great August break.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning, Commission. My name is Kristen Torres. I'm here representing Reentry 1. I'm the Operations Manager. Earlier, my Executive Director spoke, and I just learned for the City Commission ruling, when we're wanting to pass out literature to explain what we're speaking about, we do give it to the clerk. So we learned something this morning. So what I want to hand to the clerk for the record is a summarized capability statement according to for the agenda item PH 12 for the home ARP staffing plan. Real quick summary, Reentry 1 is a peer-led grassroots nonprofit organization committed to reducing recidivism and empowering justice-impacted individuals. Our mission is to ensure successful reintegration by providing holistic, trauma-informed reentry services, including workforce development, peer mentorship, legal advocacy, and housing navigation across Miami-Dade County. We've been doing this for 4 years on the ground with minimal funds, and we love what we do, and we like to expand our capacity. We love to hire more people coming out of the system as well to be in boots on the ground to help other people coming into society, to reduce crime, to promote public safety, and to create more tax-paying citizens in our city. Thank you guys so much for your time. I'll hand this to the clerk.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning, Matthew Bewley, 25 Northeast 2nd Street, Miami, Florida, 33132. I'm honored to speak today to the Commission and the members of the public on behalf of Miami Tech at Matter Innovation Academy, proudly located in the heart of downtown on the Miami-Dade College Wilson campus. We're more than a high school. We're a bridge between education, innovation, and the opportunity for future generations. As a proud partner of Miami-Dade College in the city of Miami, our mission is to prepare students from all backgrounds to be college-ready, career-ready, and community-minded. Our vision is rooted in equity, excellence, and access, and we see the proposed restoration of the Olympia Theater just not as a historic revival, but as a transformative step into education and culture in our city. We are thrilled to support SLAM's proposal and the city's vision for this iconic space. It's a powerful symbol for our students to walk these downtown streets, to learn within the walls of this one of our cherished buildings in our downtown area, and to know that our city are growing and believe in our students, to invest in their future and their heritage. This is about stewardship, about honoring the past while shaping the leaders of tomorrow. I'd like to sincerely thank Commissioner Rosado for visiting our campus and seeing firsthand the partnership between Miami-Dade College and the city of Miami. We're just more than a building and student stations. We're building civic pride, community engagement, and a pipeline of talent that will shape our future of our beloved city. Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning.
Hi, good morning. My name is Sara Santaya.
I want to thank Centro Mater for opening its doors to me when all other doors were closing on me. Through their generous scholarships, I've been able to pay for my food, rent, and my medical bills. Thank you, Commissioner Carollo, for supporting Centro Mater. He's always helping and thinking about our low-income children.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning. Douglas Rodriguez, Principal Matter Brickell in Miami Innovation Academy, 230 Southwest 17th Road. Thank you to the commissioners and also to our public here for allowing us to speak. SLAM and Matter Academy are very successful, large organizations that have not only been successful and have a huge investment in the city of Miami, but have also been successful nationally. Frankly, they do what they say they're going to do. And that's why they've been welcome in so many communities throughout our country and especially in our city. One of the things that's important to note is you saw a bunch of students here from Centro Mater talking about their school. You saw students that used to go to SLAM, students from Matter Brickell. The reality is we preserve what we love. And in order to continue to preserve this theater for 100 more years beyond where it is today, that really is what needs to be the goal. And you have to teach students about the cultural history and the preservation of the most important parts of our city and our cultural history. And we propose doing that in several ways, one of which creating a course as part of the curriculum within the school, which is separate from the theater, in order to address cultural arts history of Miami and also the preservation history of Miami. And that is creating the longevity and the love that it will take to make sure that this theater is 200 years old one day. In addition to that, I think it's very important to understand that we have no intention of doing anything but preserving that theater for the community use what it was intended for. All we're doing today is opening the door to allow the city manager to negotiate a contract that makes sense for this community, that makes sense for that theater. I ask the commission today to please make this a win for our taxpayers, for the theater, for the Gusman family, and for our children. Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning. Manuel Pozzoli from Centro Matter, licensed psychologist. I'm here to briefly tell you what we do at Centro Matter when it comes to mental health. Just to give you an example, last year we helped over 50 children with any type of mental health issues. Also, many parents who are also suffering from any type of mental health difficulties. So I could talk about mental health need in our community and the services that are needed to help people who are suffering. but I kindly request to help us, help more families, to give us the support that we need. If last year we helped as many children as we did, next year we will be helping more. So please support Centro Matter, support our community, support our state, our country, and everyone. Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning. I want to thank you, commissioners, for the opportunity to speak today. My name is Giancarlos Canela. To speak not just as a collaborator with SLAM on this initiative, PH19, but as a local, someone that literally lives 2 minutes from the Olympia. I walk, jog, drive past it every day. I know how much it means to this community. It means a whole lot to me. Right now, it's a sleeping beauty, silent in the heart of downtown. But I promise you, and I know a lot of you are aware of this, it once was filled with music, with stories, with dreams, and it can be again. I know because I lived it. I am a proud graduate of New World School of the Arts. I trained classically. I sung opera for 4 years in 5 different languages. I too, as many thousands of others, walked across that very stage to receive my diploma. And I still remember that day like if it was yesterday. The lights, the applause. What I remember the most of that day is the hope that we felt in that room. That place mattered. And ladies and gentlemen, we have not had and will not have another opportunity like the one we do right now to make it matter again. SLAM's proposal is more than a restoration. It's a reinvention. The revival of the Olympia Theater, the transformation of the adjacent tower to a cutting-edge arts and technology high school where kids can learn media, music, gaming, animation, and AI right here in downtown. And I want to emphasize on this because I've heard a lot from our fellow citizens. I've heard a lot of concerns. You know, I've heard a lot of noise from certain individuals that I truly question their sources of information. I invite them to question them as well. This is not a plan to make the Olympia a school theater. It is not. It is not that. It is so much more than that. We are fully committed to the traditional, rich, cultural history of the Olympia.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Can you have your youngsters come so everyone can see them? Let them come like in front. Mr. Gray, can you start?
Great Rising Kings and Queens. My name is Brother Ijamin Gray. I'm the CEO of Encouraging Dreamers, Breaking Barriers. We are a Second Chance Youth Escape program. My address is 3520 South Douglas Road, historic Coconut Grove community. So first off, I want to start off by speaking about PH19. I think that we should defer that and get more information because preserving our history that our ancestors have fought hard for and preserve this historic building for use. I think that we need to go back to the table for that. On RE30 for the DDA, I thank y'all for finally hearing their voices and letting the people, I ask that you put this on the ballot so that the people voices could be heard. So like I said, I'm here representing all the troubled youth and all the underserved youth in our community that doesn't get that eye candy, that likeness. So here, right now, I have over 50 kids that's a part of my summer escape. So I do summer escape, spring escape all year round. And our job is to create opportunities, create that pathway to prosperity for our youth through our car wash initiative. Yes, y'all look at it as a car wash, but the car wash is like the vessel to bring our youth in, to be able to mentor them, to be able to create, to be able to teach them what it takes to be successful in this world. So I think that the missing ingredients that we're missing is that age group from 15 to 25. I know we glorify those younger kids, but these are the kids that we're trying to prevent from causing the issues in our community. So we ask that to all the commissioners that's up here, I know we've been up here numerous of times and asking, we just ask that you get behind us, give us an opportunity to excel, to have that pathway to prosperity. And we ain't begging you for anything. We're asking you to support us like they first did when they told us that they were sponsoring our initiative. We asked the city manager if he can allow us to detail the city of Miami vehicles that will help you get up to your procurement goals. Our goals is to collaborate the community with the police.
Thank you. I allowed you to speak in the item that what you're talking about is not on the agenda, but I don't want to slight the children. But thank you. So that's why I didn't stop you.
I spoke on 2 items.
You did, but now you started about your
Yes, ma'am.
your camp and stuff, but that's not on our agenda. But it's good seeing you.
Thank you for your time,
Thank you so
ma'am.
much.
Yes, ma'am.
Bye. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
Good. My name is Sasha Torres. I am a lifelong Miami resident. I attended Florida State University where I got a degree in theater. I moved back to Miami in 2011. I opened the stage where we hosted hundreds of artists, the Florida Grand Opera. In 2017, we opened Bar Nancy in Little Havana, also with the express vision of giving artists a voice. So this is an emotional issue for me because we are constantly facing these existential crises at our art institutions. So when we get the chance for an institution, an organization like SLAM that has, you judge a tree by its fruits. When you look at the track history of what these people have been able to accomplish and what we have going on over there right now at the Gusman, I think it's a no-brainer. It shouldn't be that hard. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning. Charles Cutler, 706 Northwest 4th Avenue. I'm 100% service disabled veteran. I want to speak on the housing piece with the CDBG. When I looked at it, I see different programs, but the housing programs are strong. But I don't see nothing that's available and for years for the veterans. Because we have a lot of homeless veterans in this community, and I think that perhaps in the future, or if at all possible sometime now, because I think that we need to let the nation know and let this world know that Miami care about their veterans. And I served in Vietnam. I got drafted for the war, and I'm 100%. Okay, now, on another issue, I came to a meeting with the building and zoning, and I had to go on the VA. I had to have a procedure, so when I got it, I had to go stay with my son for a while. I had an issue with them. I came to the meeting. When I came home, they knocked down my house. And now I'm paying the property taxes. They put swamp grass in the yard. I have to get the swamp grass cut every 2 weeks. Now the city done thrown a $5,000 fine on me from the city's attorney's office.
Okay.
And I got another $9,000.
Mr. Cutler,
I got 3 minutes.
No, you don't have 3 minutes.
Okay, well, I'm done.
No, but wait,
I'm done.
let me
I'm
finish.
done.
Let me
I'm done.
finish. I'm going to have the manager have someone speak to you about what you're saying so someone can directly address
Yes,
it.
ma'am.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Cutler. Good morning.
Good morning, Charles Gibson, longtime resident, lifetime resident, 3679 Franklin Avenue. Before I begin, I do want to show my support for Centro Matters item. I am a product of Centro Matters as well. My mother worked for a CAA for 40 years, and I was a student there. Primarily, I'm here to speak on PH 19, the Olympic Theater item. I'm in support of that. I am truly saddened by its current condition. It reminds me of the Coconut Grove Playhouse. I live on Franklin. I'm 2 blocks away, So I look at the Coconut Grove Playhouse, and I would hate to see that the Olympic Theater get into that same condition. It is a jewel, and it is one of the things that we need to preserve. Some of the problems that we will try to solve is that we have the 40-year certification that's due. We also have the Gusman lawsuit that's pending, and the obvious is the actual condition of the property. Unfortunately, the city of Miami has not been able to solve these issues, and we're not pointing the fingers, but we want to point out that it has not been resolved, it has not been preserved. People have made comments that we're going to have transparency. The city has proposed the RFP in the past, and there have been no significant responses. Some of the responses that were done was asking the city to turn over the property and also for the city to give them money to resolve it. The real solution and why SLAM is a better fit is that SLAM has a track record. They have the capital money to resolve the issue, which no other developer has agreed to, and they are willing to follow the restoration plan that has been instituted by the architect that has been working on it for years. And in closing, there will be a reverter clause in the event that SLAM does not follow. So I think this is the best plan that we have in place for the city. I think the city manager has the wisdom to guide us because he's been working on this for years.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning. My name is Michael John Green, 200 Southwest 8th Street, Miami, Florida. I am the Chief of Economic Development and Strategy of the Miami DDA, and I'm here to speak on RE30. I wanted to just talk about a few facts. I know there were some people saying certain things that they did not see, and they might not have seen those things because we cleaned them up. Over 30,000 bags of trash have been picked up by the DDA in the last year. Over 7,000 instances of graffiti have been cleaned up in the last year. 800 blocks of landscaping have been done, and over 175 blocks and 107 instances of illegal dumping have been cleaned up. And so you don't see those things because we cleaned them up or got rid of them. The DDA has helped over 750 residents and businesses in the district with the permit process, providing additional and more opportunity. Also, we've supported 30 new businesses opening up in the district as we're all working to get the Central Business District to get all the lights on. There's 30 new businesses, and the majority of them coming within that district. Over $1.5 million in the last year has been given to police safety to make the DDA a safer place. 34% of this year's proposed budget goes to support homelessness. And for all of the people that people do see in the streets in the blue and orange shirts, all of those folks were once unhoused. And so the DDA is not only providing them a job, but also opportunity and getting them off the streets. We welcome everybody who is here, and we appreciate the residents expressing their opinions, and we look forward to have continued dialogue, and I thank you guys for the time.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning. Hi, Mrs. King, and hi, Damian, and our city attorney, our city manager. I would like to defer the item for the Olympia Theater until we can all review this contract, make sure there are provisions of escrow, make sure there are provisions that the facade remains the same throughout the lifetime of this, and that should bring some clarity of our preservation of this beautiful theater. I believe it should go to a school if it is a feeder program into the arts. I graduated New World School of the Arts, which was called PAVAC. So I understand. I've also choreographed for the Miami Acting Company. I am your theater person here. I would love for you to preserve it properly. Send me that contract. I want to review it. As far as the DDA picking up trash, we have the wrong receptacles across the city of Miami. We need different receptacles so they're not picking up so much trash. I think we need to modernize our receptacles throughout the city. And I'd also like to say regarding our trees and regarding our giveaways to developers, it needs to stop. I grew up here. We are losing our city. It's becoming hot, and people are calling it climate change, but it's hot because there's more cement, and we're not doing more eco-friendly construction and development. So I'd love to sit down with any one of you. My father was a general contractor with Babcock, and I'm a real estate agent, so I would love to help you all. Thank you very much, and have a blessed day.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Commissioners. My name is Karina Pavone, and I serve as the CEO of Amigos for Kids, a trusted nonprofit that has served families in the city of Miami for over 30 years. We provide year-round enrichment programs to more than 260 children, many of whom face economic hardships and limited access to extracurricular opportunities. I'm here today to express my strong support for PH19, which would allow SLAM to restore the historic Olympia Theater and activate it through academic programming. I have seen firsthand the power of education and the arts to transform children's lives. This plan offers an extraordinary opportunity, not just to preserve a treasured landmark, but to breathe new life into it in a way that uplifts our community and our youth. Our students don't have the means to enroll in private performing arts academies, but they have dreams, they have talent, and they deserve a stage to shine on. This proposal honors our city's cultural legacy while expanding access to the arts and for every child who needs it most. I truly believe this is the right path forward, one that protects our history, serves our families, and gives our children a chance to grow, thrive, and inspire. Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning, Melissa Tapinas. I've had the pleasure of being born, raised, educated in Miami. I never left. I have worked in downtown Miami my entire adult life. I've had the privilege of now being a business owner in downtown Miami, and I have the pleasure of serving as a board member of the Downtown Development Authority. I also have the privilege of using my skill and talent pro bono towards the City of Miami's DDA as chair of the DDA's Urbanism Committee and has served as chair of the DDA's Downtown Development of Regional Impact Ad Hoc Committee. I'm here to speak on RE 30, specifically the straw vote in favor of the DDA. What I think is being missed here is that when I started as an attorney in the early 2000s, we were here at Miami City Hall arguing for mixed-use development in downtown Miami. Before then, there were no residents in downtown Miami. The DDA, through the Downtown of Regional Impact, has planned all the infrastructure, all the services, all the quality of life that both business owners, business workers, and residents, and all of our patrons that come to downtown Miami, which is the jewel of the entire Miami-Dade County on a daily basis, enjoy. The DDA is very important. As a District 2 resident, I can tell you that, if I may, one more minute, please.
That was 30-second.
Thank you.
Notice.
If I may, as a District 2 resident, also my entire adult life, I lived there because of its proximity to downtown Miami. And what I think is being missed here is if you put a straw vote to the property owners within the DDA, many will say yay, nay, nobody wants to pay taxes. There is a mistrust of all government, not just the city of Miami, federal, state. 30 more seconds, please.
No. Do you see James Torres sitting there? If
Yes,
I give you
I see
30
Mr.
seconds,
Torres.
I have
I
to
see.
go.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I would
Thank
ask for
you.
the entire city of Miami.
Thank you.
To vote
Thank
on,
you.
Vote on. Thank you. Don't take me away, but thank you. You know what I'm going to say. Let it go to
Good morning.
Good morning, Chairwoman King and honorable members of the City Commission. My name is Yvonne Barrios. I'm the COO and CFO for the Miami Downtown Development Authority. I'm here to speak on behalf of RE1 and RE30. On RE1, the Miami DDA is proposing a tentative millage of 0.3900 mils for the 25-26 fiscal year, a 10% reduction from last year. While the property tax base in our district has increased 9.3%, the Miami DDA is cutting back its millage rate because we hear the community concerns on keeping taxes as low as possible. On RE30, our doors are always open and we're open to reform. There are opportunities to be heard at the multiple public meetings we host or by meeting with us individually. This is the right forum to ensure that Miami DDA is serving the needs of the community, not through what is being proposed in R30. This is a costly and time-consuming effort, only distracting from the important work of the Miami DDA does daily. I want to reiterate that the Miami DDA is driving real, visible impact in downtown. In the upcoming fiscal year, we're dedicating more of our budget to quality of life and security. More than 34% of our budget is going toward addressing homelessness, focus on outreach, assistance, and shelter placement. The Miami DDA is part of the solution and future of downtown, and we're here to do the work. I'm happy to answer any questions on millage rate, budget, or the impact we're delivering every day. Thank you.
Thank you. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Thank you, Commissioners and Chairwoman King, for remaining present and attentive during public speaking. My name is Steve Leitner, 1130 102 Street, Bay Harbor Islands. Sierra Club opposes the building department's effort to replace the city's current tree ordinance by way of a seemingly innocent, civic-minded public process facilitated by FSU. A process co-facilitated by an urban forester with an expansive objective, i.e. 30% canopy in all neighborhoods and districts, especially downtown Miami because it's unsurvivable because it's so hot. Yes, an urban forester would provide guardrails and would be so much more palatable if CA1 must go forward. FIU certainly has the talent, and the individual I'm thinking of is Chris Bartolotto, comes to mind to facilitate this process. Also, your own CRC, the Climate Resiliency Committee, could facilitate this process. They are an awesome group of individuals. $182,000 is a waste. Again, the CRC could freely facilitate an expansive process and make policy recommendations. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning,
Chairman King,
Good
Commissioners.
afternoon.
My name is Andy Alfonso. I am here in support of PH 19. I'd like to defer the rest of my time, if I may, to Mr. Tim Barquette.
Okay. What? You, sir, did he? Okay.
I'm Tim Barquette. I represent the Gusman family. I'm the one that filed a lawsuit against the city of Miami 6 years ago to try to save the theater. But my involvement goes way back. It goes back to Regalado and Herman Echeverria, back to the Friends of the Gusmans in the early 2000s. We've been fighting this fight for a long time. There's a lot of misnomers here, and I want to mention something. All this praise for the Matter Academy here today is the Zuletas family started the Matter Academy. And you see how it has progressed all these years and all the great praise that we get. There's a misnomer that SLAM is a profit. It's not. It's a not-for-profit. So we filed this lawsuit. We've been in this fight for 6 years now. Another misnomer is that there has been no RFPs. You know, from August to January of 2003, an RFP was put out, and not one person submitted a viable option for the city. It's been abundantly clear that the city of Miami does not have the money to take care of this, and we're the ones that solicited SLAM to come up to this fight. It is the best fit for the continuing of arts and education in downtown. A lot of people express concerns about the theater, but yes, there's a 10-story building that's intricately tied to the theater. We just can't deal with the theater without dealing with the building. So our proposal when we brought SLAM into this was for the city to deed this to SLAM with the commitment and the...
Thank you.
Did I get deferred some time?
No. Oh, he just said he was giving you his time. I didn't understand that. He was giving you his time, and you want your time as well?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I didn't understand that. Did you understand that? No. because I didn't allow that for anyone else, and I've been very stern with so thank you.
Okay. Could I just say one more thing?
One last thing, not a long thing, one last thing.
If this
Because there was confusion, I will allow you to make one
Thank
last
you.
statement.
Madam Chair, he's an attorney. I'm not sure he can say just one thing. I just want to.
I understand that as well. One last sentence, sir. One last sentence.
If the Gusman,
It's not extra time.
if this commission today does not allow the opportunity for the manager to negotiate a deal to be approved by you in the September meeting, the Gusman family will proceed with our litigation, and we'll see what happens. I'm very confident in our case, and I really would like the city's involvement in this decision.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning.
Good afternoon,
Good afternoon.
Commissioners. Ben Cuney, 100 Southeast 2nd Street, Miami, Florida. I speak in favor of CA9 Resolution 14845, which is for the provision for attorney's fees, and let the Commission know that I will remain during any discussion and am available for any questions or consultation. Thank you.
Thank you. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Short and sweet. My name is Suarez Menendez, 1900 Brickell Avenue. I'm here to talk about the DDA and their taxation, overtaxation. You guys are getting worse than the IRS, which is illegal since 1913. But anyway, I think they should cut out the taxes. Property taxes in Brickell Avenue are doubling in the last couple of years. And I believe a lot of the money is being misused by some of the politicians. And I think it's time to stop it, cross the red line, and let's see what happens. I like to say, elections has consequences. Thank you.
Thank you. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Brenda Berancor, 1436 Southwest 6th Street. In support of Matter Academy, I have been part of this program for a long time, even though I'm here there for over 3 decades in Little Havana only. I think it's something that is very special. Just confused, we have a lot of different new resolutions that are being proposed, drug tests, meetings that cannot be supposedly, under the table, which I don't understand because all of you guys are supposed to have a sunshine meeting so everybody knows what's going on. Drug test is excellent. You should do it immediately. Don't wait for 2 weeks so people can get sober. From everywhere. Not just alcohol, other drugs that people take. So it will be immediately. It should be right away. Don't wait for it. So that way, if you actually are taking something, then you actually can find out the truth. Support in the PC changes that we are doing for setbacks in the houses. And I just want to keep you aware of the building permits that we have so many issues. So many employees in the city of Miami is still under COVID because they don't show up to work. They are work from home. So you have to wait for a phone call, Zoom meeting, and I thought the COVID passed already a couple of years back. And if you're not aware of it, many people from the first floor to the 10th floor in the MRC building, they don't show up to work, maybe one day. So the residents, business owners, that we try to make things happening for permit or any other new resolution that you guys create, we're not receiving the service that we are being charged. Plus, we pay for it with our taxes. So it's lovely to see if you are going to be actually paying attention to that. Thank you.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Chairwoman. James Torres, President of the DNA. I'm here to plead with you today on behalf of the downtown residents, not the DDA staff, not board members, nor businesses receiving any type of grant or monies. We have been taxed far too long, decades, as it relates to the DDA tax that has been implemented on Brickell, Edgewater, and downtown. Before you today, you have Resolution RE30, which would finally let downtown Brickell and Edgewater residents vote this November on whether we wish to continue paying the extra tax that's funding the Downtown Development Authority. For 58 years, residents have carried the additional tax burden, a tax no neighborhood in the city is paying. Despite downtown Brickell and Edgewater's representing over $32 billion in taxable property values and contributing heavily to the Miami tax code. This is about fairness. This is about democracy. Everyone on here on this dais was elected by the people. Today, we're asking you to give that same right to the residents of Brickell, downtown, and Edgewater. This resolution does not eliminate the DDA. This doesn't defund the DDA. It simply asks a simple question. Should we keep paying tax? We're asking to have that voice on the November ballot. I think it's important to note that the only opposition that comes here day after day are not residents necessarily, it's DDA staff, the board members who do not live in the downtown corridor, and businesses that are lining up to receive grants on a weekly and monthly basis. We're not asking for handouts, we're asking for our basic right, the freedom to make a choice at the ballot box. Please support RE30, let us be heard, let the people vote. Thank you.
Thank you. Good afternoon.
Good morning. Good afternoon. Ariel Trueba, 61 Northwest 37th Avenue. I'm here to support CA1. I'm a proud alumnus of Florida State University. Go Noles. I did hear some people would like, more of the regional universities to support. I think it's great that we are supporting other universities in the state of Florida, whether that be UF or FSU or any others. So I urge you to support this item. In regards to PH2 and PH3, I also would like for you to support accepting these funds from HUD. There's a lot of individuals living with HIV and AIDS in our community that need this help. And HIV and AIDS doesn't just only affect the LGBTQ plus community, it also affects everybody else. So this is great. In regards to PH19, as a proud resident of the city of Miami, born and raised, I also went to Miami Senior High School, which has a beautiful theater. I think we could do the same at the Olympia Theater. I know that everybody has their own opinions, but I hope that we could move forward with this because the residents are tired. In regards to RE20 and RE21, I'm proud to support Commissioner Rosado in bringing these reforms forward, and that's it for me. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there anyone else? Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. My name is Julian Linares. I am the president of Centro Cultural Español, Spain Cultural Center. We need venues here in the city of Miami. We need culture here in the city of Miami. If a group wants to put $50 million, that's a serious money. So please say yes, PH19. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Is there anyone else that would like to speak?
Good morning, Chairwoman, Commissioner Gabella. Good afternoon, Commissioner Rosado. My name is Silvio Pupo. Active in the city. I have a couple of projects that I'm seeing I'd like to make some comments on today. Starting with the Wynwood Business Improvement District. I have a proposal for an augmented reality art walk in the Wynwood area. I'd like that to be sort of considered. I think that can help drive KPIs for traffic of people in the pedestrian areas of Wynwood. It's very needed. For RE7, I also want to propose accepting the DDA grant for the drone first responder program. Since we started having the incidents last year around the islands, close to North Bay Village, we've been working to think about how we can leverage drone technologies for better safety. And anything that's DI4, CI9 with stormproofing, DI8 with traffic studies around schools, also in support of, as well as DI7, the city proposed parks fund with the Miami Foundation. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there anyone else that would like to speak? Seeing none, public comment period is now closed. Gentlemen, we're short two.
Yep.
Would you like to move forward and clear some of the agenda, or would you like to recess? I believe, and I'm not sure, I asked the clerk to advise.
Madam Chair, in light of the two colleagues that are not here,
Right.
I
So
think we should break.
break for lunch?
Yeah, I mean,
I agree with
what do you think, Commissioner?
I agree. One of our colleagues had a hard stop at 12. I'd like to respect that and return after lunch. It is now 12, let's say 12:30. We'll come back 2 hours later, 1:30, 2:30?
Right, 2:30.
2:30. The City of Miami Commission meeting for July 24, 2025 will be in recess until 2:30. Thank you all for your advocacy. See you this afternoon.